Chicken. Hang on. What are they? Scratchings. Chocolate. Oh wow! Snyder's.
What flavour? Buffalo.
Do you like a pretzel?
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah. Good choice. And speaking of good choices, should we do a podcast?
Correct.
Are we all ready? Wow. Gossy showing some FRUK knowledge, which was completely unexpected.
Oh, sorry, was that the FRUK theme tune?
It was, yeah. Yeah, but he did it slightly off tune, so he didn't have to pay you any royalties.
I thought it was the A team.
It was.
Here we go. Season's greetings, Joyeux Noel, Feliz Navidad, and welcome to episode 33 of FRUK Unwrapped, the podcast with more spirit than that locked cabinet in your dad keeps in his shed. My name is Ebenezer Scrooge, and let me introduce you to the three ghosts of Christmas. First, we have the ghost of Christmas past. As we all know, he's a very talented man when it comes to music, and it's not surprising, given his earliest memory of Christmas is receiving a drum kit. But he is so incredibly old that it had a mammoth skin and 2 bones as the drumsticks. It's Stuart Bullock.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not having that.
Yeah.
As soon as you did Ghost of Christmas Past, I knew he's going old man here.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I know you are only like a year older than me, if that. But you are the oldest on this podcast, so therefore that's it. I don't know what you want me to do.
Respect your elders is what I want you to do, sunshine.
It was a Christmas reference, wasn't it? It was like Christmas carols.
Christmas carols, yeah.
I haven't understood the reference, Michael.
Oh.
How are you, Stuart? How are you, old man Stuart?
Thank you. I'm alright. I'm feeling festive. I'm currently munching on a pretzel. Unprofessional, really, isn't it? But
yeah, talking to your mouth full.
Yep, not for the first time. And I'm going to be continuing to behave in an unprofessional, drinking beer and eating pretzels way, because it's Christmas, and I refuse to not stuff my fat, old, bald face with beer and pretzels. So, because that's the true meaning of Christmas, isn't it? Christmas.
Christmas. Yeah. You just called yourself old, so why can't I?
I'm allowed. When I do it, it's self-deprecating and cute. When you do it, it's offensive and it's bullying.
Okay, good. If that's bullying, then let's continue. Next is our guest, next is our ghost, or in this case, guest of Christmas present. This guy lives in the now, is always on trend, and is constantly teaching me about the latest fashion changes and phrases used by the kids. That's why he's super cool, and if you think I'm being whack, you can eat my shorts. Psych, it's David Goss. Not.
Hello.
Hello, David. How you doing?
I'm good, mate. I'm very good. Even all the better for that introduction.
Thank you for teaching me all those very current words and phrases.
So, am I the ghost of Christmas present?
You are the ghost of Christmas present, yeah.
You should have introduced me as the ghost of Christmas present.
I should have, but I didn't. Maybe Stuart. I would ask Stuart to fix that in the edit, but I feel like I'm on the wrong side of him already tonight. So
yeah, you called him old, and you know old people aren't very good with technology.
That's very true. Gussie can't see the pictures, so this is even funnier.
Oh fucking hell! Can't I?
No. And finally, the ghost of Christmas future. Much like Van Gogh, Bach, or Edgar Allan Poe, many people have suggested that our final host is unappreciated in his own time. I personally think that's grossly unfair. He won't be appreciated in any time. It's Claire, Nathan took the piss out of me in the introductions again. Michael Jameson.
Yeah, disappointing introduction, to be honest. Can we explain why I'm being introduced last? I don't get that. I don't understand that, because obviously Gossie's the guest, so surely he would be last. You do the regulars and then you do the guests, so that's confused me a bit. Don't appreciate the comments, the insinuations, the impressions, but I suppose it's Christmas, so I'll try and put on a brave face and pretend that I'm enjoying myself. You alright? Yeah, alright, good.
Jesus, this has been a fucking horrendous. This has been a horrendous start to the show. I feel like I've offended everyone apart from maybe Gossie.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good. I'm glad this is the last show of the year, because we're going to go out with a bang and we're all fucking morose and miserable cunts.
Wow!
Dropping the C-bomb.
Yeah. I've had literally 3 sips of a beer. I'm ready to go.
Let's be having you. Where are you?
Are you having a beer tonight, Gossie?
Nah, I'm this exciting all the time.
Designated driver.
Right.
Do MJ and Nathan drink alcohol on this podcast?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you not listen to it normally?
No, I do. More than you'll ever know.
Correct.
Yeah, this is basically where I try beers and tell you what I think of them.
MJ has dropped in a few beers lately. I'd say probably most of the last half a dozen shows he's had a beer.
Yeah, MJ's a bit of an alcohol lad now.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm trying to. Yeah, it'd be great to get into beer, but I'm trying to just try I'm trying the interesting ones. The most interesting one I've had so far is certainly Sour Tart by Thornbridge, I think.
Yeah.
Interesting. And what was that like then?
Very, 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 very sharp. I was not expecting how sour it would be.
Oh, right.
How sour was it?
Very sour. Tart by nature. Tart.
Correct.
Potty man.
And as it is the Christmas special, as I did last year, am trying 3 beers that were sent to me by one of my work clients, I should say. So, yeah, beer o'clock all round, except for David Goss, apparently. Potentially. Unless he was being sarcastic.
No, don't drink, really, during the week, to be honest.
Oh, good man. What a saint.
Yeah.
It is Christmas, though, so it's not the week.
I'm just doing so much drinking over Christmas that these are the nights I've got to hold dear. I mean, I had a football social at the weekend, Friday, and then this Friday's my work Christmas do, and that's going to be a mess. So it's just, I mean, nights like tonight, it's damage limitation. I've just got to steer clear, really.
Fair play.
My cousin's got autism, and I look after him every couple of months. And he's got this thing where whenever I see him, he wants me to just grab his it's like Bambi Blu-ray, I think it is, and he wants me to sit there and grab it all night. And those are the nights that I hold dear.
Tonight's episode is entitled Christmas Cracker, and it is, as you probably can guess, given the time of year, the Christmas special of FRUK Unwrapped.
Hi there, this is Rich from Food Review UK, wishing all the lovely listeners of FRUK Unwrapped a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. What is the best kind of Christmas present? A broken drum. You just can't beat it.
We're going to do things a little bit different this year. We've got pretty much all of the usual segments, but we've mixed them up a little bit, and we're going to sort of do a bit of each, almost like a buffet, relating it back to our last episode, and do a little bit of each and do sort of round robin almost. So first up, we're going to do a little round of Quivia.
Q-U-I-V-I-A, yeah, it's Quivia time, so play Quivia. Q-U-I-V-I-A, yeah, it's Quivia time, so play Quivia. It's like a cross between some trivia and a quiz and a such extent of part the two of those two aforementioned words. Q-U-I-V-I-A, yeah, it's Quivia time, so play Quivia. Q-U-I-V-I-A. Time to piss and wiggy up.
Excellent. Merry Christmas.
Right, tonight, gentlemen, our quivia is, as I say, it's broken up into 3 sections. I've broken those up into the Christmas dinner, other food and drink of Christmas, and behaviour, for want of a better title. All of tonight's questions are based on the inaugural Tesco Christmas report that was released recently. Basically, it was a report compiled based on sales information and a survey of 2,000 customers across the width and breadth of the United Kingdom. No deal Britain. Right. They are all numerical, so it will be nearest gets the point.
Excellent.
3
I
questions.
believe you.
3 questions per round. Are you ready?
Sort
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Right, question 1.
vaguely.
Question 1. I'll give this to our ghost tonight.
Nope.
Turkey is obviously the tits when it comes to Christmas dinner and will be eaten by 64% of us. But
Wow.
what percentage of Londoners will be having a curry on Christmas Day?
I'm going to go with 14.
14%. MJ,
6.3%.
okay, so we'll call that 6%, the nearest. And Stuart,
11%.
11%. Okay,
Well done,
okay.
Stuart. I'm proud of you.
I will not do the answers until the end of the 3rd round. Okay.
Oh.
So, question 2. This one goes to MJ first.
That's right.
Most Brits agree that pigs in blankets were their favourite trimming. But what percentage said that?
39.
39% said that. And then Stuart,
52%.
hang on a second, what was that? 39 and 52. And Dave Goss,
35.
Lad.
35% said that. Okie dokie. Question 3, final question of this round. After gravy, cranberry is the most popular condiment for our big roast. But what percentage will have it on their dinner? And that one goes to Stuart first.
43%.
43%. David Goss.
And this is cranberry.
Cranberry. What percentage of people will have cranberry on their Christmas dinner?
28. No, 28. Yeah.
28. No, 28. MJ?
34%.
34%. Okie dokie. Well, that is first round of Quivia. As I say, I'll give you the answers and the points towards the end of the, or at the end of the next section. Right, we're going to move on now to a little bit of a discussion piece before we move on to the segment on social media tonight. So, just briefly, want to know what you boys are doing for Christmas. We'll start with our guest, Mr. David Goss. What's your plans for Christmas this year?
Oh, so this Christmas will very, very most probably, well, it will be my last Christmas waking up in my parents' house.
Oh, wow. Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, bit end of an era, really. Because, yeah, it's always been a day full of sort of traditions and the same routine as I'm sure most people have at Christmas time, and yeah, that coming to an end will be a bit weird. Yeah, normally wake up early doors, do some stocking bits in my parents' room.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, then go downstairs to open my main presents.
Sorry, you go into your parents' bedroom
100%.
like in the way a small child would.
100%.
Do you still? I mean, my little boy's 7. He often kind of crawls into bed in between me and my wife of a morning, and certainly will on Christmas Day. That's what I'm imagining with you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, apart from the fact that I've got a brother as well, so there's two of us.
Right. Brilliant. And is it, I mean, what's the arrangement? Is it dad, child, mum, or do you do a dad, child, mum, child arrangement?
No. Well, you wouldn't have a kid on the outside. That'd be weird. No, we're both in the middle. It's a very big bed.
Right.
Good way to do it. That's where I'd be.
And
Oh.
Good spot.
Oh. And then then we basically go downstairs and open like proper presents. But and then my nan and granddad used to come around in the morning, and when he was alive, granddad would do like some sort of like smoked salmon in the morning, like with my dad and stuff, and they'd pop open a bottle of bubbly early doors and stuff like that. So we'd do that, and then they'd either stay for if they were staying for lunch, then they would have been to like one of my cousin's house first, etc. But then sometimes if they were going round one of my cousins for lunch, they'd be round here first, like sort of 11 o'clock in the morning. Granddad's not around anymore, so Nan now just sort of comes round either for dinner or goes round one of the other uncles for dinner. We normally finish, we do presents in the morning, and then after that we basically, obviously have a couple of hours of, I guess, waiting for dinner, messaging loved ones that aren't, with you on the day, or if you're really hungover and have been out the night before, having a shower and getting some sleep before dinner. I can't say I do that too much because I don't like to waste the day. They normally have some food, but I do. I mean, I don't know about you lot, but my stamina is terrible after a big meal, and so after the actual dinner, I normally have to have like an hour or two's nap, and a lot of my family, luckily, are the same. Grandparents and dad will definitely have had way too much alcohol and will be passed out in the living room until something like fucking EastEnders or Doctor Who comes on the telly, and we all have to watch it. Like, it's basically the one time a year I'll watch EastEnders, and I just have to basically guess what's happened the whole year round between episodes.
There's been a train crash. There's been a drug deal shot. Someone's mum's someone else's daughter. It's fucking.
What's new?
Yeah. Just like every neighbourhood, that pretty much. Everywhere's like that,
isn't it? And then
Ian Beale's still there, probably, inevitably.
And then no doubt. And then after that, I sort of, I'll either have obviously Hannah round, or I'll go to Hannah's, and we'll then spend the evening with each other. Maybe watch a Christmas film, and obviously we'll open each other's presents. And that will be that, really. That's sort of Christmas Day. Sorry, I went on a bit there, but.
No, it's all right, mate. It's a podcast. It's all about talking, isn't it? Obviously, those regular listeners may have heard the sort of normal plans of myself, Stuart, and MJ on last year's Christmas special. But have you boys got anything new that you're doing this year? Anything interesting or out of the ordinary?
It's bang standard Christmas for me this year. Bang standard. Other than
Christmas Eve calzone.
Christmas Eve calzone, church.
What about the trifle? Is that making an appearance this year?
Mum, I'm going to bring. Do you want me to do the normal bits for Christmas, Stuart? I'll do. You want me? I'll do the trifle. I'll do the stuffing. I'll do the.
Is Callum Johnson back on the show?
Yeah, I'll do the red cabbage, the trifle, and the stuffing. Yeah, So Mum's trifle. It's the dead standard. Obviously, Christmas Day revolves around the boy. Everything's pretty standard. Myself and Gemma have decided this year that we're not really. We're kind of putting a stop to the Christmas presents for each other on such a grand scale. Spoiler alert: I've got Gemma Christmas presents, but what I haven't done is buy her anything that you would consider to be a main present. So I've got some stocking fillers and I've got some bits and bobs that I think she'll enjoy, but I've tried to just keep the spending to a sensible level rather than looking for things to buy her for the sake of it. We've got so much stuff, and we want to do, over the next few years, we want to do quite a lot of travelling. So we'd rather save our money for that. I mean, we've got 2 holidays already booked for 2019. We're going to go to America in 2020. So
That's fair.
yeah.
Whereabouts?
What? Whereabouts in America?
Yeah.
Florida, obviously.
What month are you looking at?
August.
Interesting.
Oh wow, FRUK meet up in Florida, perhaps.
Yeah, probably not though, because we're going later than that.
Yeah. School holidays, innit?
Is Theo sort of the only kid in your family that you sort of... Does it literally revolve around him, or is there other sort of kids knocking about?
Well, there are other children. My nieces and nephews, though, we won't see them on Christmas Day. We'll see them on either Boxing Day or the day after. It's my niece's birthday on the 27th, so we have a family get-together there. But Theo's essentially my parents' only young grandchild.
Right.
Right. Sorry, can I ask a question?
No.
No.
Okay.
Yes, mate.
Yeah, go on, mate.
No. The question was going to be, you mentioned going to church.
Yeah.
Who is that for and why?
For Jesus, Jesus, innit?
For Christians usually.
Yeah, Jesus.
But are you all religious?
Absolutely not.
Insurance,
Right.
isn't it? Just make sure.
Yeah.
Just in case there is a heaven or a hell. You know?
Do you know what? I'm absolutely theologically atheist, but I'm also very much culturally Christian.
Oh, okay, I
Oh,
understand. I
racist.
understand what you're saying.
In that I was brought
I
up. I was brought up going to church. I went to our church school. I've been fully indoctrinated, and the church thing at Christmas time is nostalgic for me, and it makes me feel
Yeah.
Christmassy, even though I have absolutely no doubts that the message that they're trying to give me is absolute dog toss. I still,
I like that.
I hope you tell that to them as well when you go there once a year at Christmas time.
I'll still turn up to church, sing the songs, hold an orange with some bits stuck in it.
What songs are they? I'm only here for the memories. Here for the memories. Here for the memories.
Yeah.
I'm only here for the memories.
You only sing when it's Christmas.
So fair.
Carry on.
How shit must God be? He lets children die. He lets children die. He lets children die.
How shit must God be? He lets children die.
He lives in a tent in a little buttercup, a bucket and 2 of hay, with people coming to see him all day. Ooh, the area. Full chance reference.
Full jam.
It's good though.
Yeah.
Nah, fair. I must admit, even my mum's not religious and hasn't ever been. That's why I was never christened, because she was just like, well, let him make up his own mind when he's older if he wants to be christened or not. Blah blah blah.
Oh, what a refreshing opinion.
Yeah. And her and my dad had that sort of opinion when I was younger. That if he wants to, well, he can do it then. But did used to go like carol singing at like the church on Christmas Eve as well. So we used to go to like the local carol service that was basically up the road. And that
How many
was
songs do I know?
and that is
How many carols
nostalgic.
do you know?
Oh, I know them all.
Right, I only know 3: Jones, Smith, and Doug Leash.
Thatcher.
Carol.
My next door neighbour, off of Roy and Carol. She's
Oh,
called
is it?
Carol.
Yeah.
Roy Carroll.
Roy Carroll.
Yeah.
Andy Carroll.
Andy Carroll. Barely famous. I like that we went with Roy Carroll first, ex-Manchester United reserve goalkeeper.
before the most expensive Englishman of 2011 or whatever it was.
Yeah. There must be other Carrolls. Davina Carroll.
Yeah.
She's just a woman I work with.
I know her very well.
Oh, the best Carol Vorderman.
Oh, Vords. Maths.
Yeah,
She'd be
lovely
good.
girl.
She'd be good at Quivia.
Carol Poborski.
Carol Poborski. Great reference.
Right reference. MJ, talk to me about your Christmas.
Carl Grimes. Yeah, pretty normal. Carl Grimes.
Yeah.
We are gonna see the sister and family, this weekend actually.
Good.
A pre-Christmas treat, and then on the day we will. If you want to know my full plans, we'll get up. I will come into Claire's room and
Sorry.
myself in. Huh?
It's a bit like the setup I have at my house.
That is very similar. We'll get there's a weird sort of family that lives down the street, and they like sending their boy around. It's a bit odd, but he usually comes in.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're joking. Fine.
He comes up, snuggles in as well. Get his stuff sorted. Yeah, open the stockings. Usually, I would like to do that in bed, and then we'll come downstairs. We'll open our presents. We'll generally get ready, and then go over to Claire's parents, and then we, begin the festivities there. Fairly similar to everyone else. I don't require a nap. I play quite a lot of video games on Christmas Day, actually.
Yeah. Do you not find that somewhat antisocial though?
No,
Why is that?
because I have my headphones on, so I'm not disturbing you. Well, if you don't have headphones, then the music.
To be fair, gives everyone else a break, doesn't it? They get to enjoy themselves for a few hours.
Pro-social, if any. No, because everyone just sat around watching the TV anyway. So I believe there's rumours that we're going to play Articulate this year.
Ooh.
Which is a great game.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I ever played, or just haven't played for a while, but I know of the game.
Actually, so.
Articulate's good. Balderdash, also great.
Oh, Balderdash is one of my favourites.
Oh, fantastic
Is that
game. Balderdash is the one where you have to lie.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Is Articulate the one where you have to describe something without using certain words?
Correct.
Oh, that's Taboo.
Correct. Articulate is the one where you have to describe something without using the word of what it is.
Taboo is a peach-flavoured liqueur from the 1980s.
Correct.
Oh, right, okay. I always get those two confused, to be fair.
For anyone who knows me, they will know that I do this thing where...
Right.
Here
we go. What thing do you do, Michael?
I do this thing where I'll go like, oh yeah, like, that type of word is called a preveli. It's from the Latin prevail, and it means words that describe another word. Basically, I'll do that kind of thing. So basically, I like bullshitting, so I'm particularly good at absolute balderdash also. Yeah, I know sort of all the lies by now though, but we still have a good time though.
It sounds a bit like Would I Lie to You?
Exactly.
Very similar.
Yeah, where they do all that stuff.
I quite like Would I Lie to You, you know. And it's not a program. It's not a program that I'd ever think about setting a series link for. But I always quite enjoy it when I watch it.
I'm the same.
Lee Mack works very well in that format.
I agree entirely.
I don't like David Mitchell at all, though.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Even in that.
Bob Mortimer is the best on that show.
Bob Mortimer's the best at most things.
Yep. When's he coming on the show?
I mean, I don't know, because I say Bob's the best at most things. He's not the best at replying to begging messages on Twitter. So.
Oh, okay. So I assume we're not getting Dwight York either.
No. I failed. What I've done is I've reached out to two different people to come on the podcast, Dwight and Bob, neither of which have taken the time to reply.
I hope this is true.
Oh, it's true. It's true, David.
Well, you have reached out to them on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah.
That's the best news you've ever said.
Oh, maybe 2019's your year, mate.
Yeah. I'm not going to change my targets. You know, I'm aiming. That's the height I'm aiming for. Dwight York.
Oh.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? Skinner.
Yeah,
What?
Yorkie bar and Skinner fries.
Bob Skinner. I don't know what. I don't know what's going on. What that he reached out to? Bob Mortimer.
Oh, I can't think of any food puns for that.
You don't have to, mate.
Please, sir, can I have some Mortimer?
Bobbing for apples.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's good
Bobbing
that.
for apples and the Yorkie bar.
It's good that, David.
Yeah, fucking hell. Yeah.
Hello, it's MJ. You're listening to FRUK Unwrapped. Please leave us a review on iTunes and check out our other exploits, which does include our Instagram page at FRUKgram and our Twitter page at Food Review UK. And hey, we've got lots of awesome videos on YouTube. Thanks a lot for your support.
Let's move on, shall we? This episode is entitled Christmas Cracker.
Hang on, mate. What are you doing for Christmas?
Well, I don't want to just throw my stuff in. I want you to ask me, and I'm not going to be that guy. I'm here to mediate the conversation, not necessarily to partake. This year's all up in the air, really. We're going to Laura's Brothers, so I don't really know what we're going to do in terms of like the timings and plans and all that sort of stuff. So, but I would imagine it'll be fairly similar to most years in that we'll, have breakfast and do some presents here. And then go over there for, I would assume, like midday-ish, have a lunch or dinner, like that sort of time, 1 o'clock, something like that. And then maybe just sit around, watch a few bits on TV, and then just get out a board game or two and just fuck about with that for a while. I would guess, but I may be completely. I love a board game on Christmas.
Yeah, I love that. I've got a lot of time for that and all.
Such good fun, especially like you're just on a high because of Christmas Day. You've had a lovely meal, maybe had 1 or 2 drinks, and just everyone's in a good mood, and it's just like, let's just rock out a game and just have fun.
I do love Christmas. Everyone loves Christmas, yeah?
Oh, 100%.
Love.
Literally the best thing. Not the best time of year, the best thing.
Yeah. Genuinely agree with that. So.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily a fan of the build up to it. Like, I don't necessarily get all Christmassy in November and people like I'm not that sort of guy, but
It's a bloody shame considering you had your decorations up for 2 months already.
Not my fucking choice, my friend. I go to work, I come home and it's a fucking grotto.
Say what you will about God and the Lord and Saviour, but he done half an hour to knock out a kid.
Yeah, correct. You did a good job, didn't you?
My favourite birthday.
Yeah.
More than your own?
Yeah, generally.
And we're talking about a guy who celebrates non-birthdays as well.
Yeah, the name's to be confirmed.
Is it?
Sort of, but I'm not sure I'm happy with what I said last year.
Bit weird that you celebrate it in the first place and you're worried about the name, but don't worry.
It's I assure you, Nate, it's coming purely from a place of arrogance, nothing more.
Oh, I don't think any of us doubted that, my friend.
What's that?
MJ celebrating his half birthday, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very arrogant.
Is that what he calls it?
I don't exactly celebrate it. I think I said unbirthday, didn't I? No, I said whatever Alice in Wonderland didn't say. One of them's not
Unbirthday is
birthday.
Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, okay, so mine's not birthday. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It was just. It's not that I celebrate. It's that I demand presents and cake from Claire.
Nice.
For her and I celebrate privately. I'd find the idea of asking other people to get me cards and for everyone to sort of shower me with praise on that day. I find that quite a grotesque image, to be honest.
My favourite birthday celebration is the one that we celebrate every year on the 3rd of November.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Of course,
Yours?
Dwight York's birthday.
Oh.
Just Wikipedia that, did you?
Yeah.
The Yorkie Day. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing for Christmas. Pretty standard other than sort of just being at someone else's house. But anyway. Yeah, tonight's... Correct. Less washing up, hopefully. Tonight's episode is called Christmas Cracker, so it would be remiss not to talk about Christmas crackers even briefly. Thoughts on them? Are they shit, or do we love the tradition?
I made some a couple of years ago. And
Did you?
Yes. I bought a kit with snaps and things. I made the crackers. In each cracker, I put a joke. I made... I just put some nice little Lindt teddy bear chocolates in there, and I made Lego minifigs of each person and put them unbuilt in a little sealable bag. So each cracker was for a particular person, and they were excellent. But other than that, crackers, even when you buy you'll buy these deluxe ones, and what you get in the deluxe one is instead of a crap flimsy gift tag, you get a silver metal silver coloured flimsy gift tag. So you get the same things, but a silver coloured, and you pay 20 quid for those 6 crackers.
Just coming back to the crackers that you made.
Correct.
Did you said about the jokes? Did you write them yourself?
Can't remember.
Oh,
can't remember. Might have done. Although I think they came. I bought a cracker making kit, which had the barrels, if you will, and the snaps and ting. So I may have just got jokes there. I might have not bothered with jokes, or I might have written jokes. I probably wrote jokes because
you are jokes.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, I'm the physical embodiment of jokes, innit?
Yeah. Gossie and MJ, what about you? Crackers, yay or nay?
You go first.
Oh, I mean, I had a fucking awful one at work yesterday.
Which was the reference?
Right, I'm right off them at the moment. I got my toy was I got a joke in there, and it was very played out. I've heard it before a few times, so that didn't make me laugh. That actually made me feel quite sad. I was like, that's a very common joke. It was the skeleton one.
Nobody.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. And the toy was there's contention on what it even was. It was either a bookmark made of very flimsy cardboard. In fact, the same cardboard that the cracker was made of, or it was a gift tag. Or it was a gift tag. Honestly, I think it looks more like a gift tag to me.
When I first saw the photo, I thought it was a gift tag. However, was it Tony, I think, referenced that it was a bookmark? I think it probably is a bookmark, just because of the shape of it.
Yeah, it looks more like a gift tag. I'm sorry. I've never seen a bookmark that has got a Christmas pattern on it. It's made of cardboard, and that has the same kind of silvery string that you attach gift tags on with.
Yeah, that's fair.
Either way, it's bullshit. It's a bit of cardboard.
Oh, I'm livid about it. I'm livid. I was looking in there. I was like, "Where's the toy? What's going on?"
I don't know why you keep saying toy, because I don't. It's gift more than toy, isn't it?
Yeah, they're sort of. They normally contain like a useful utensil that you would use in what they must think is day-to-day life.
Yeah, that can do one.
But that useful utensil is like the shittest, smallest, worst composed, like a little tiny fucking tape ruler.
Yeah.
If you needed a tape measure for anything, it would be a proper heavy duty one that could stretch like over a metre. I don't need like a 20 centimetre tape ruler at any point in my life.
What's the gimmick of the cracker tape measures? Oh, how small they are. What's the one thing that's useful about tape measures? Oh, how long they are. Like, I got golf tees in mine the other day.
Exactly. And they would never
wouldn't a golfer have tees?
Yeah, correct. A golfer not only would have tees, but actual proper ones. They wouldn't last 2 seconds.
No.
They're not proper tees.
No.
I don't even think it'd work doing crazy golf with them.
Almost certainly wouldn't.
Also, that they do decks of cards, which are tiny. Obviously. Yeah, you could barely hold them between your thumb and your forefinger.
Do you not take them to poker night or anything? With the boys?
Yeah, I always use them when my friends come round and play fucking snap. I don't know. Yeah, it's they're shit gifts, aren't they? They're shit.
I've got a cracker joke for you.
Go on.
Ready? Knock knock.
Who's
Who's
that?
there?
Thought.
Thought who?
Thor 2.
Correct. The sequel to Thor, sometimes known as Thor: The Dark World.
That was a good one.
Thanks,
All right,
Theo.
I've got one for you.
Oh God.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
The Fast and the Furious.
Fast and the Furious
sorry,
2.
hang on, no, sorry. The Fast and the Furious.
Fast and the Furious 2.
Correct. The sequel to Fast and Furious, also known as Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah, that's good, that one. Knock knock.
Who's
there?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Galaxy 2.
Correct. The sequel to Guardians of the Galaxy, also known as Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Are we, Michael, have you got any more? Are you gonna?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Look who's talking.
Look who's talking to who?
Correct. The sequel to Look Who's Talking, also known as Look Who's Talking To.
Knock knock.
Oh,
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Gossip.
Sip 2.
No, I didn't say sip, I said gossip.
Oh, Gossip 2. Gossip Poo.
Gossip poo.
Awful. Oh, people are listening to this.
Yeah.
Good way to do it.
People donate to Patreon to get a shout out on this. So
Well, yeah,
Bless
fair
them.
play.
bless them. Right, crackers. Yeah, pretty dead.
Yeah, but what silly little paper hats that sometimes break the moment you put them on your head. How are you going to get them otherwise?
Exactly.
That is true.
Definitely.
Crackers.
Do you know what? The one positive of crackers, and this is one thing I really do like in them. When the cracker joke come with like a charade, and everyone around the table like does their charade, that's cool. That's
good. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
I can get behind that. It's weird. We're not asking for much. Almost, they could do away with the shitty gift.
It is weird that the companies all sort of have banded together and said, right, let's make the absolute worst product we possibly can because it's tradition. It's similar to the Brussels sprout thing. Like, we've all signed up to this shitty tradition that nobody really truly likes, but it's there, regardless. Like, there's not really that many like cracker companies out there that are going, you know what, let's actually fucking give them some high class quality comedy with a gift that they actually might fucking use and not just throw in the bin. It's just weird that we just all agreed this is a good thing to do. Are we the losers?
Oh yeah, 100%. We choose turkey every Christmas.
Whoa, well.
Which
64.
which we all know isn't as good as chicken. Like, why don't we just do roast chicken? I don't know why we pick this like inferior meat for one meal. The reason why we have it one meal a year is because it's shit compared to the other meats.
Oh
Great.
wow, that's
Great question. Maybe we'll be talking about meats a little bit later on. Who knows? That's all I've got for this little discussion piece.
Merry Christmas, FRUK fans, from Chris, aka CC, aka Bacon Hater. And my Christmas joke is, how many letters are there in the Christmas alphabet? 25, because there's no L.
Michael Jameson, do you have part 1 of social media?
What do you mean part 1, mate?
Well, it's the first
Well,
part.
we're not doing it all in one go this time.
No, like everything, we're just breaking it up.
No, Nate's actually been very kind, and he's actually arranged for me. He's sub-segmented the questions. It's very kind, and look, guys, we'd like to thank you for everything that you sent in. So I'm just going to crack right in with it and start reading all the items and comments that we've had in without further ado, and then I'll start doing that now. So that the next things that I'll say will be from you guys. Just we're going to go straight into it here, and I'm going to start reading. I've got them on a list, so we'll just say that I'm going to start saying it now.
Claire, can you write down all the social media comments, Claire, for me, because I can't. I'm finding it a bit overwhelming, Claire.
Yeah, I don't like this whole thing that's happened as well. This got a shout out on an upcoming vlog that I filmed, but we'll leave that. This is from email. And just a reminder, guys, if you want to send us an email, send it to frukcast@gmail.com.
Correct.
This is from John Williams.
The
Not
famous
the
film composer.
award-winning, composer.
Or the classical guitarist.
No,
Neither of those.
could be.
Might
Could be
be.
someone.
Probably is.
They've
if
not
anything.
specified.
Which one is it?
They've not specified which one it is.
Can't answer the question then.
To Stuart, Nate, and the other one.
We'll answer the
Good.
question.
That'd be
Already
you.
like it. Couple of questions for the Christmas Cracker episode. Which Y had a hit single with "The Only Way Is Up" and sang with Plastic Population? Yazoo. Yazoo.
Yeah, I was
Yazoo.
gonna say that. Yeah.
No, it's just Yaz. But where's your cuff?
Lovely reference. Thank you, John.
Yeah. And what's the one item of a traditional Christmas roast that you could happily do without? Obviously, sprouts.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And do without.
Yeah.
Obviously, sprouts. But that seems too obvious an answer. So if you want an alternative, I don't know what. Veg is a very subjective thing, isn't it? Because obviously everyone has their own favourite veg. Like I could happily, like if someone gave me a Christmas roast that had like cabbage on it, I'd happily get rid of the cabbage. But some places do that, some places don't. So it's a bit hard to say. But Brussels, yeah.
Bread sauce can go. I'm not interested in that.
Truth.
And I can live without cranberry.
True.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'd sooner have the cranberry and the gravy, to be honest. Make the sweet gravy. I like sweet gravy.
Sweet
like
gravy bye.
Sweet like gravy. Can you do that in your mum's voice, Stuart?
Sweet like gravy bye.
That's a great name.
That is actually what this podcast should be. Just
Yeah.
an hour or two of Stuart just talking in his mum's voice.
I wish it was.
We tried to get him to do it, but he won't.
Yeah, did we not ask to do a whole episode once?
Yeah, she's not doing that.
She doesn't listen anymore, though.
No.
Kelly put her off.
Packed it in.
Yeah, she'd be a liability.
Since Kelly was on, she packed it in.
Yeah.
Archie Blount, this is also from the email. Not really a question, just wanted to send my commiserations to MJ for failing to shortlist in the Swizzles Invent competition. There's always next year. Also wanted to say thanks for the podcast. Always has me laughing, and I hope you all have a good Christmas.
Cheers, lad.
Thanks,
Merry
Archie.
Christmas.
Correct.
Cheers, MJ.
They've... yeah, that's the implication. They've also added a few questions here. Do you have a favourite Christmas special from a series? Obviously, The Office. Next.
This is so MJ.
Yeah, obviously that one.
Yeah, I mean, The Office Christmas Special isn't just the best Christmas TV of all time, it's the best TV of all time.
Oh, wow.
It's very good, isn't it?
Fact.
Office Christmas Special.
It is perfect. It is perfect in every way, shape, or form. It is unbelievable. It is, it's perfect TV. It is the best TV ever in the history of ever. Fact. Next.
Yeah, fair. They've also said, this is a great question as well, actually, and if any at all, does Gossie plan on watching any Christmas classics this Christmas? You taken any more films off your bucket list?
Well, I already feel like I've done my bit, somewhat, because I hadn't seen Elf since I was a kid, like really quite young, probably since it came out. So I watched it for the first time as an adult on Sunday evening, basically. And I felt like that was almost watching it for the first time again, even though it wasn't.
I was 25 when that film came out. Dick.
Wow.
Yeah, I was
20.
I was 18.
No,
When
you
were you
weren't.
born,
Came out
Gossie?
in 2003,
you-
mate.
1990.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you were what 13 when it came out?
Oh,
I think it was like 2004,
Three.
so I was 14. Oh, was it 3?
Yeah.
So yeah, I would have been 13. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Fair. Wow. Fuck. That's crazy.
Sickening.
I mean, it is sickening. Like, obviously you've seen the Golden Grahams advert.
True.
That was how old I was when Elf came out, and I look obviously like an infant.
Oh, Elf is the same age as the Golden Grahams advert.
Yeah.
Mental. Did you really enjoy it?
What? Elf?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did actually. To be honest, really good.
Yeah, I think it's really good.
I do. A lot of people say it's their favourite Christmas film, and I do think it's quite some way off being mine, but I wouldn't necessarily rule it out of maybe being top 5, which obviously means I very much enjoyed it, loved it. Oh, very, very, very good.
You gonna watch any Christmas classics this year that you've not seen before? Then
I would love
any other ones?
I would love to watch Die Hard.
Oh wow, which you've not seen?
Correct.
Oh fucking hell! Wow, levels.
Yeah, correct. That would be a classic that I've not seen. Hit me up if you see it on TV being shown. I imagine it will be shown quite a lot.
Yeah.
That is significant.
I would be very interested to see how you cope with that, because obviously you've watched a few classics over the last year or so, like that you've missed out on, sort of Pulp Fiction and Shawshank and things like that. Something like Die Hard, it'll be interesting to see how that dates, because obviously being an action film, they tend to be a bit cheesier and a bit, the effects aren't as good and all that sort of stuff. So watching that as your age now, I wonder if it will have that same appeal, because obviously you've watched Shawshank and you loved it, you watched Pulp Fiction and you loved it, but they're dramas, and generally speaking they don't necessarily date as badly.
Two
Die Hard.
Words: Alan Rickman.
Truth.
Correct.
Hans Gruber.
Yeah, two more words: Die Harder. It's basically inferring it's timeless, harder.
Alan Rickman's in Die Hard.
Correct.
Yep.
Wow.
He plays Bruce
correct.
Willis. He plays Bruce Willis. That's how good an actor he is.
Do you know what is obviously insane about that? It basically means Alan Rickman's been in 2 of the best Christmas films of all time.
Yeah, Love Actually.
Go up.
Pardon? Sorry, are you saying you don't like Love Actually?
No.
What
No.
is happening? Do you hate Love Actually, Stuart?
I don't hate it. It's not a thing.
What do you mean it's not a thing? What does that mean?
It's not a thing.
What, as in...
People don't like Love Actually.
They like the idea of it.
Yeah, it's one of the best films ever.
Mate, it's got Martine McCutcheon in it.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh, and
Lovely,
she's
lovely.
absolutely lovely, yeah.
No.
Absolute national treasure.
Die Hard 4's on Netflix, if you want to start there.
Is that the one with Kevin Smith in it?
With who?
Is Kevin Smith in Die Hard 4?
Possibly. It's the Justin Long and Timothy Olyphant one.
Yeah.
Is Martine McCutcheon in that one?
It would have made the film better. Die Hard 4 is notorious for being fucking dog awful.
Yeah.
Is it actually?
Yeah. I mean, if you watch Die Hard and you enjoy Die Hard, watch 2 and no, actually 3 is pretty decent. Watch 2 and 3. Watch 2 and 3 and then stop. Do not ever go 4 and beyond. Fucking awful.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Funny.
Anyway,
Joe Thompson 88 from Instagram. Can Goss floss?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, you've done it.
Yeah.
Good.
We don't need any proof. Just
No. I mean, yeah, like I can sort of floss, but not confidently. I haven't quite had the step-by-step tutorial from a child under the age of 10 yet to cement my knowledge, but it's essentially swinging arms one way across you while sort of thrusting your hips in the opposite direction, bringing them back to the other side across the front whilst thrusting hips in the opposite direction. Then we go one behind and one in front. Stuart, I'm hoping you can clarify this as you have a young child.
Yeah.
And you work in the school. Hips going the other way, and then I believe we go back, and it's sort of like that on a bit of a loop.
Yeah. I mean, this would work better with video, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great question from Gossy, though. Stuart, you work in a school, so would you say that the out-of-hand drinking of energy drinks has been replaced by the out-of-hand flossing? Do kids floss all the time?
No, not so much now. Bottle flipping, flossing, dabbing have all had a resurgence. Well, not a resurgence. We're all out of control for a period of time.
Oh, really?
But, yeah, things seem to have settled down.
Plastic bottle, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah, correct.
With a little bit of water in.
Yes, or a bit of Lucozade.
Oh, it is quite addictive, though, once you start.
Yeah, I literally found
flossing?
myself. I literally found myself flipping bottles the other day.
Yeah.
As a near 40-year-old male.
Oh,
Not
but got a great little Christmas game for you all when you're out at family meals, round relatives' houses, etc., etc.
Go on.
If you are, are you going to be going anywhere drinking wine?
No.
Nah.
No.
I mean,
Basically, if you get a cork, the cork from the wine bottle, you have got to basically drop it on its side to get it to stand up. So basically, you drop it, it hits the table surface, and then you want it to stand up on its end. It's a very, very simple game with fantastic ramifications when you eventually get the satisfying result.
it kind of sounds like that old game you used to play with the little plastic pigs.
Pass the pigs.
Pass the pigs, yeah.
I don't know what that means.
They were like these pigs, and you used to throw them, and you got points if they stood up, or if they were on their arse, or if they were on their side.
Making bacon.
There, it's a bit like that, but you literally just, all you need is the cork from the bottle of wine.
I prefer pass the pigs, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
MJ.
I just want to tell the viewers.
Nobody cares.
There's some clattering. I'm gonna, because it's a Christmas special, I'm gonna eat a few Quality Street now.
You've refilled that tin, haven't you? With bog standard Quality Street.
No, that's not true. Claire has put the Claire's put a few roses in, but other than that,
right, that's what I was looking at then.
yeah, but it is very full. Yeah. It is a heavy tin. It's a big old tin.
Yeah, good.
Right,
great
Frank
podcast.
Bronco from Instagram says, which is your favourite reindeer out of the bunch? It's probably Rudolph, isn't it?
No, not a legit reindeer. Fake news.
Gonna be Blitzen for me. She said.
For me, Prancer, because I'm inclusive.
Oh.
I'm gonna go Vixen. Vixen, sexy, innit?
Those sexy reindeers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Rudolph, because all the other reindeers used to call him names, which suggests they might be obviously part of a problem, bully culture.
And also, you're a basic bitch.
And they wouldn't let him play in their games. So I'm going with Rudolph because I love an underdog and I hate bullying. I am clearly the FRUK presenter against bullying and antisocial behaviour. So, yeah, Rudolph for me.
Funnily enough, I was in a car with my work pals earlier, and they put on Ja Rule. I said from the back,
nope.
This is the song that the boys that threw compasses at me in art and design really liked.
What were they throwing compasses at you, singing "Living It Up"?
Say, what do I do?
You do.
Was that the song?
Do I?
My love.
No, it was what's the other song? The big one.
What's love got to do? Got to do with it. What's love? It should be about us. It should be about just
Trust. be there. Yeah. I was implying that I wanted them to turn it up so it didn't bring back awful memories, but they sort of drowned my voice out by turning up the voice of Joe.
Claire, Christmas is supposed to be a time of nostalgia and good memories, but I was listening to Ja Rule in the car and it brought back memories of being bullied in art and design.
Each lyric pierced my eardrum like the compasses used to pierce the skin on my back.
I
great.
doubt that happened.
No, it's true. I can tell you did it as well.
No, as in, did it actually pierce the skin on your back?
No.
Yeah.
No,
They used to throw compasses at my back like darts.
You should have been tougher.
I can tell you did it as well.
I probably know him.
You do.
I imagine you deserved it.
It was chiefly 3 people. Is it?
Don't know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Nice guys though.
Hopefully they listen.
Nah, they're probably much better now. They stab people now. It's probably not too bad.
Yeah, they're not throwing compasses anymore. They're just throwing knives. Yeah, fair enough. No comment.
Sound like absolute lads.
My wife just crawled in.
Claire! Claire! You're disturbing my podcast, Claire.
Sorry, I just want to finish off Frankie Funko's tweet there. Instagram, actually. She said, "Gonna be Blitzen for me because he sounds like a Nazi hard-ass who'd wreck the others." And then Carl PW95 also on Instagram says, "Favourite Christmas film?" And MJ, will you be posting on MRUK again soon? I do plan to post on MRUK again soon. And my favourite Christmas film is probably Home Alone, but a special mention to A Very Harold and Kumar Christmas.
Christ.
Jesus.
Stuart, seeing as you've mocked the Love Actually crew.
My favourite Christmas film? Probably the Holidays, starring Cameron Diaz and...
No way.
The Holiday?
No, you are fucking... No, now I know you're winding me up.
I can't be true.
I don't know, maybe Elf.
That is great bands, though.
Love that you called it The Holidays as well.
Maybe the Elf, maybe...
Well, you say that, technically it is 2 holidays, isn't it?
The Elf.
I like The Home Alone.
Oh my god, I really want to call it that at work. I was watching The Elf the weekend. Just see the looks. Could you imagine what kind of person would think it was called The Elf?
It is called The Elf, isn't it?
Buddy the Elf. What's
The
your
Elf.
favourite colour?
The Elf.
Or Elfie or something. Elfie, I was watching Elfie.
Elfo. Who is Elfo?
You've seen it.
From...
Sesame
Is
Street.
that from Disenchanted, isn't it?
Don't know, mate.
No,
Yeah, it's called Elfo.
Oh, there's...
Hang on.
What?
The Elf.
No, it's called Elf.
The Elf.
No, I
You
don't know.
can't do it. I've just
No, he's
invented this.
Here it is. The Elf. It's called The Elf.
He keeps doing jokes.
It's called The Elf.
He's
I've just invented this. Can't immediately bit me.
It's The Elf. It was a film. It came out a couple of years ago about a man called Nick who's haunted by night terrors stemming from a tragic murder he saw when he was young.
Phil.
That's your favourite Christmas film.
Written and directed by Justin Price, starring Natasha Halabi.
All right,
Oh.
mate.
The Elf.
No.
No, you think you've had enough.
Come on, Gossy, talk to me about Arthur Christmas.
Isn't it?
Watched it the other day.
Love Actually and Arthur Christmas are at the top of the list.
Fuck.
Absolutely magical films, both of them. Suitable for almost all ages.
So did you well up when from the Arthur ride at Europa Park on my stag do?
Yeah.
Stuart, did you?
Cough.
Oh god.
For me, Elf, The Elf, or Elf, either. Both are good, just as good as each other. Or The Muppet Christmas Carol would probably be my my joint other one. I'm not actually, weirdly enough, Christmas films I just find a bit too cheesy for me.
Wow, that's the whole point of them.
I know, but some of them I just like Home Alone. Nah, I fucking hate Home Alone. After Christmas, I fucking hate After Christmas.
No, stop it. Stop it.
I do enjoy Love Actually, but to be fair, the Christmas element of that is not quite
You
as.
just said Love.
Love Actually, I love Love Actually.
Love.
All chosen for this Love Actually.
Yeah, the trailers. I love the trailers. All specially chosen for this film, actually.
But yeah, that would be my Christmas go-tos.
Can our homework please to all be to just casually drop into conversation over the course of the next week or so that you've been watching Christmas films, blah blah blah, and say the elf, and whoever comes back with the most explosive reaction.
I will 100% do that.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I will 100% do that.
I'll do it to one of my classes.
You've not. When do you break up, Stuart?
Friday.
Amazing.
Yeah, I break up Friday as well.
Correct. Same. Good time.
Nathan, do you have a? Let's cover another subject. What do we all do for work Christmas do?
Oh wow.
Well, you know what I do.
No, but I don't anymore. Do I? Like, what happens now?
It's the same, mate. Isn't it?
Well,
Still the same.
Oh, okay, fine. No, not. We're going to Beaconsfield, the pub there. I'm not going to mention it because I don't want people to come down and want autographs and stuff while I'm just trying to be with my friends and stuff.
Do mention it.
Nah.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
Beaconsfield for a lunch and then drinks and then home.
In Beaconsfield, that's nice though.
Pretend I enjoy the company of my work colleagues and then go home.
No, they might be listening to this.
Nah, Reese probably is. Alright, Reese, how you doing, mate? Get on with fucking work.
Is it in the...
Yep.
The guy who doesn't work there anymore confirming the guy who does work there still staying silent. That's a big 10-4 of a confirmation.
Yeah, it's basically it's either there or the one across the road from it. I'm not sure if it's called the. It's not on the same road. It's across the road from it.
Oh.
No, not.
Oh, the one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's either it is one of those two. I can confirm. They only because one of the last leaving dues I went to was at the but or whatever they're called nowadays. They do love.
Oh, did we just repeatedly say Nate's employer?
Wow. No. Wow, brilliant. No, if we could just talk about my employer on air, and where I might be spending Christmas days, that'd be great. No, I mean, yeah, why not? Oh.
No, do bleep it out though.
Nah, please, no, leave it in. I want everyone to know where I fucking work. Nah, it's good.
You don't fucking live there, mate.
But it pays for where I fucking live.
Brilliant.
If you're concerned at all, then you're probably doing the wrong thing on this podcast and saying the wrong thing.
Incorrect.
What do you mean incorrect?
Incorrect. Move on. Someone else's Christmas.
If you think this podcast is a risk to your employment and your family's well-being, then yeah, you're probably doing something extremely wrong.
Well, Stuart can edit this out, but I am slightly worried when fucking viewers have commented on videos about it when I haven't even mentioned it. So people have gone out of their way to find me. So yeah, last thing I want is my fucking name explicitly out there as to where I work.
Are you?
You're being too sensitive. It's not like I was attempted to have a video chat instigated with me whilst I was at work today, and then they said, "Where are you? I want MJ's face. Why aren't you listening? You're ignoring me."
Yeah. But that's different. That's just my social media. I don't want somebody fucking sending something to my work address.
Like a box of toenail clippings.
Can you spell some change? We've got ears to feed. come to you with open hands, but instead of on the streets, we're begging on the podcast. Do you want this episode to be our last? Will you please go to Patreon and donate some cash?
If you enjoy the Food Review UK content on YouTube and here on the podcast, then please consider heading to patreon.com/foodreviewuk and making a small donation.
Anyway, move on. Yeah, Christmas days. What do you do since Gus has brought it up? Please tell me explicit details about where you work and where you'll be spending the Christmas do and what time you'll be there.
I was there at 4:30 this afternoon for a quick meal. And
wow.
Went out. We don't have a works Christmas do for some reason here, and I went out for a quick for a few drinks around Manchester with some of the absolute lads from work on Friday night. That's me done. Michael.
Did you get hammered?
When? This afternoon or?
No, the Friday.
Oh,
you went out.
Very much so.
Oh, good.
Yes.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah. Correct.
What do you drink to get drunk?
Me?
Yeah.
Food, alcohol.
Yes. Beer.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
I don't drink to get drunk because I'm not 14. I drink because I enjoy drinking beer, and getting drunk actually is a kind of a side effect.
Yep. My work do was on Thursday. We went to Milton Keynes. We started off in a place called Be At One cocktail bar, which is a chain.
That's in the hub. Can you confirm?
That is in the hub. The first time I've ever been to the hub. I've driven through the hub sort of hundreds of times.
Yeah.
Really nice at the hub.
You've never been to the hub? It's literally a food epicenter of Buckinghamshire.
Yeah, never been.
Oh, so have you ever been to Banana Tree?
No.
Oh my lord.
Am I ever given me for my lord?
So good.
Come now and...
Did you go to Garuda Gentlemen's Club afterwards?
There's a gentleman's club around there, is there? Right
next to it.
Brilliant. No, for next time. Probably where I would normally go on a work Christmas do though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we went there. I had a couple of cocktails. It was happy hour. So I bought 4 for the price of 2. I got 2 melty snowmans, which was like coconut and spices. The spices were too strong. They were overwhelming me, Claire. The spices are too strong, Claire. And then I had a couple of pina coladas, and they were fairly good. And then we went on to Browns for the meal. Never had Browns before. It was all right. Yeah, pretty good. Fine, not too bad. That's what we do though, a bit of a meal. Although that was actually the team Christmas do. The actual whole of company Christmas do was a bit of a weird one this year, so I decided not to go.
Oh, why is that?
Partly a protest. I didn't really want it to be particularly successful because it was too much of a weird idea.
So what was the weird idea?
I'll probably go into more details after the podcast.
Sex club.
So you can't even divulge on the podcast what your work Christmas do was?
Yeah, probably don't want to.
That's fucking... What is with you boys tonight? It's so weird.
Do you get a choice over whether your Christmas plans are exposed live on the air? I didn't realise that was a... I thought someone just had to just utter it and just...
I don't understand why people's Christmas plans are such a secret.
No, it's a bit office politics-y in it, so I don't want to get into it.
Oh, so it's to do with the people rather than the idea that you just claimed it was?
No, it is about the idea.
Interesting.
Let's move on then, probably. If...
Can't.
Gossy, tell us about yours, since you want to talk about it.
Well, I don't actually care for details and stuff. I'll tell you whatever you want to know. I can tell you that I didn't go to last year's because what they've historically done is have the work Christmas do on a Saturday.
Yeah, that's weird.
What? Sorry.
Yeah. Literally. So, no time off work, no early finish. Get this. Not even dressed down, because it's either fancy dress or black tie.
No.
So they don't want anyone to go.
Literally that. So basically, they hire out these like fancy like venues for a ball, and plus ones are invited, which again is like mental. But no one obviously really goes, because you have to basically have a tuxedo, or last year I think was like something like 1930s themed or something ridiculous. I didn't go. I absolutely aggressively disagree with having a bloody work Christmas do in your own time, like on a Saturday. It's insane.
Yeah, that's mental.
That is genuinely ridiculous. Like, so it's
yeah, I
this year.
probably will spend one of the precious few Saturdays before Christmas either like not seeing family, certainly not doing Christmas present shopping, and spending it with my work colleagues.
Correct. Dressed in abhorrent gear.
See him on the Friday.
Exactly. So yeah, literally. Funnily enough, they've done that like a few years now. They sacked it off this time because the attendance was so bad last year, and people are just like, "What is the point? No one wants to do that." So basically, instead, each sort of area of the company was given a budget, like per head. And then people were just represented to come up with ideas and organise something. So we actually had our team Christmas do, like you were referring to, MJ. And that was not this weekend, but the weekend before, I believe. And that was Flight Club in Victoria, which is brilliant. So yeah, it's basically a like you'd have a bowling alley. It's like a darts equivalent.
Wow.
Yeah, and you don't have to be good at darts or anything like that. It's like the tech used is very good, very user friendly. It's all done with a computer, calculates your scores automatically, tells you whose go is it, and there's different games to play as well. So you've got like a snakes and ladders game where, you know, depending on where on the board you hit, that's either a 1 or obviously a 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6, blah blah blah. Really good concept, like really good fun. You don't have to, like I say, you don't have to enjoy darts. I don't enjoy darts, I don't play darts, but it is good fun.
Shit flights on them.
Yeah, and how they are obviously up to date with technology as well. There's, you know, cameras on the like to the sides of the boards. They take selfie, like group photos, etc., etc. It's a very good idea, very well executed. Yeah, so did that. Had loads of beverages, of course, and actually we went to a suppliers drinks, which basically is when, obviously, the nature of what we do, being a property management company, we use like the same suppliers for a lot of our work and stuff, and obviously because that's so much of their business, they do appreciate us, and a lot of the property managers get invited to like suppliers drinks. So I went to the pub, which had been hired out by a company, free drink, free food, insane. So that was my team's one. And then our actual Christmas do for the area, which is a lot bigger number. We're going to Bounce, which is like a table tennis bar and restaurant.
Sick.
Yeah, so actually really lucked out with the 2 do's this year, because it could have been much, much worse. But so yeah, we've got sort of 2 fun activities, and then obviously, yeah, booze and stuff.
Yeah, decent.
Yeah,
Fair
really
play.
happy. And we finish at 3 as well, and we're doing like drinks in the office. So yeah, quite good.
Yeah. I'll be at the
Drinks at 6.
Drinks at 3. Can you get off your phone, please, Michael?
Not on it.
Yes, you are.
Barely.
Right, let's move on. Quivia, part 2.
Correct.
I don't know if Stuart's going to play the Quivia theme tune every single.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I hadn't thought about that.
Maybe just slip the old jokes or stuff in there. Ooh, slip the old. Right, other food and drinks, not just the Christmas dinner. Here we go. Approximately 21% of us. Sorry, Michael, you okay?
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, excuse me.
Approximately 21% of us will be guzzling Prosecco on the big day. In 2017, Tesco sold 3.8 million bottles of Plaza Centro Prosecco. But how many bathtubs would that fill?
How many bottles?
3.8 million bottles. Right, so as with last time, Gossie up first. How many bathtubs could you fill with 3.8 million bottles of Prosecco? There's no wrong answer. Except for the one.
How many bathtubs could you fill up?
Yeah, mate. If you took the liquid out of the bottles.
I'm going to say 38,000.
38,000. Okie dokie.
No.
Too late.
Sorry, change that.
Go on then, quickly.
15,000.
15,000. MJ.
Just to clarify, that question was how many bottles can the average white trash Brit skank drink?
Yep. Basically the same.
Joking.
Basically the same figure.
Not saying that any people who like all women and men probably like Prosecco. Oh, I don't know. Sorry, how many baths will it fill?
Yeah.
And what did Gossie say?
He said two numbers, but we'll go with the second one, 15,000.
Nah, fuck it. Nah, I'm going with 3,000 actually.
No, mate, you've had your fucking you've had 5 turns.
3,000.
How many gallons was it?
Oh,
15,000.
50,000 gallons.
I don't know.
50,000 gallons. That'll do.
Yeah, like 300 baths.
300 baths. Stuart.
What did Gossie say?
3,000.
And one.
15,000.
And one.
3,000.
15,000 and one. For the record, I think it's about 76,000. But I'm doing the Stuart trick.
Okay. Okie dokie. Number 2. Mince pies are the most popular ready-made Christmas-related food item.
3,000, I said.
Okay, so you go 3,000 and Stuart goes 3,001. I mean, it's still the same fucking result.
Yeah, fine. Good.
Mince pies are the most popular ready-made Christmas-related food item. But
false.
What percentage of us Brits buy them? MJ.
69%.
Ooh.
Did you just want to say 69?
Sort of.
Stuart.
Rude,
69 and 1.
Reciprocated oral act.
56%.
56% and Gossie?
This is the percentage of what?
What percentage of Brits buy mince pies at Christmas?
Oh, and we've had 65 and 56.
Yeah.
69 and 56.
I'll do whatever.
Nah, what did you say?
69 and 56.
Well, I'll go with the Stuart trick, and I'll say 55.
5%. Okay. Question number 3. Some of us still enjoy a cheese board on Christmas Day. But what percentage of us include cheddar on that board? Stuart, first up.
79%.
79% will get cheddar with their cheese board. Gossie? Gossie?
I also think it's similar to that, so I'm going to say 74.
And Michael Jameson.
80%.
Yeah, fuck, I think, yeah.
Okay. Those are the 3 questions on that.
Brilliant. Can we at this point just go back and hear a little bit more about the technology at this darts bar?
So yeah, you type in your name, you take a selfie at the beginning, so when it calls up your name, it attaches a photo of yourself to it.
Wow.
It does Instagram boomerangs as well. It does, obviously, like I said, selfies and group photos, which get automatically emailed to the booking email address.
This does sound fantastic, David, but let me just clarify. Hang on. Is all of this underpinned essentially by the game of darts?
What do you mean?
It's all underpinned by the actual traditional game of darts. Is that what you're talking? That's what it is. Right, I'm not interested then. Boring. Carry on.
You hate darts?
Yeah.
I'm not a massive fan, but it's good fun.
I never thought I'd say this, but can I hear more from Nate?
What's up, Fruckers? This is Alex from BingeMedia.net, and I want to wish everyone in Fruckland a very Merry Christmas and a very safe and Happy New Year. Question: why did Frosty ask for a divorce? Because his wife was a total flake, and she blew half of the snowmen in the North Pole. See you in 2019.
Yeah, would love to.
Livid.
Following on from the Christmas cracker question, how do we feel about Secret Santa, MJ?
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Was that part 2 of social media questions?
No, it's not. No. Secret Santa, how do we feel? Do we find that just an awkward tradition that's seeped into every part of working society, forcing us to spend £10 as an average price on people we probably don't know or don't like for a gift that they won't give a shit about? Or do we enjoy it?
No, I don't like it. I don't really like buying... I find it difficult to buy gifts for people that I don't know that well. And I don't... People usually... Not usually, but people can sometimes miss-buy for me. So, like, an example would be something... This isn't the exact example, but this is, like, a vague example. People are like, oh, he likes Lego, he likes comics. I'm going to buy him a Marvel thimble. And it's like, yeah, I do like comics, but I don't knit.
Yeah. Thimbles are for sewing, but carry on.
Or having really small drinks out of.
Yeah. Yeah, Secret Santa's dead, innit?
As a measurement for when you're making a famous potato dish.
Brilliant.
As a measurement for cream.
Yeah. I've opted out of Secret Santa the last couple of years. I used to quite like it when I knew, when I was a bit closer with my work colleagues. It was just a bit of bants, wasn't it? Bought some belting. Once bought a giant cookie. You know, the iced cookies that you get from Asda. Once bought a giant cookie with the words Merry Fistmas written on it in frosting, and gave that to someone who was more made up with it than any present he's ever received. But other than that, I hate it.
Yeah,
it is a weird tradition. Like, I don't know. I just put so much pressure on myself to try and get something good, and end up a week before the deadline just going, oh, I'll just go into Mankind and spend 10 quid on a bunch of crap that I know is just going to get thrown in the bin. I like the idea of it. It's a bit of fun in it, but ultimately it just ends up just being disappointing for at least 50% of the people that do it.
Yeah.
There's only so many versions of table blow football I need.
That's the thing.
To be honest, like, yeah.
You can make a full league out of it, mate.
If I'm honest,
football.
If I'm going to be diplomatic about this, I'm not going to slag it off to the hills, because it is a great idea and concept, and when used well, is very useful. I.e., if you're part of large families, like my girlfriend is, they, rather than obviously have the expense of buying a present for every single member of the family, which is literally, the concept would be ridiculous when you're talking like 5 siblings all with partners, with children, blah blah blah. Well, no, you buy the children presents, but then they do a Secret Santa within the family, and just raise the limit. So it's like a £30 price, and you just then have one sibling to buy for. That's a really good idea because it's practical, and you can put like a lot of thought into that gift for that person still, blah blah blah. That works well. Secret Santa in the workplace is an absolute minefield because you have a mix of like people that you would love to buy a present for, people you don't want to buy a present for, good presents that the person would like, and shit presents that are like sort of piss takers. And then obviously, more often than not, the present that you will buy someone, the present you receive will be the opposite. So you'll put a load of effort into a present for someone that they're going to absolutely love, but you go and then receive like an absolute shitter from someone who doesn't really know you or give a shit.
Yeah, that's it.
It is quite awkward, and you don't know who it's from. So whatever it is, you have to pretend that you really, really enjoy it. Oh, it's just, yeah. No, I opted out at work because it's a scenario I don't want to go into. I just, that is a minefield. I've only been there a year as well, and yeah, they're not ready to see a pissed off David Goss with his Secret Santa gift. I also opted out of the football club one. But I do one with like a group of my pals, and that's fine. We all know each other, obviously, like really well and stuff, and that's a bit more exciting. But yeah, I do one with my girlfriend's family and one with like some of my closest lads. But work fuck that.
Fair play. Yeah, just the same all round. Really, it's I like the idea of it, but yeah. It's just never as good as the theory.
I did have an example of it working amazingly well. I did have one absolute bloody legend get me my favourite sweets for Secret Santa, a Fulham end of season review DVD, which was heroic, and I believe I got something else Fulham related as well. So a lot of thought had gone into it. There were multiple gifts, and absolutely chuffed. Still don't know to this day who that was.
Wow.
Who the fuck would do that? That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, who would do that? Surely.
Oh wow.
Surely would be a legend.
Probably would be. I mean, it's a sort of care and consideration that goes into Secret Santa sometimes.
Nate did it.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
Is finding out it was Nate?
We will never know. Yeah.
Literally never know. Secret, isn't it? Secret Santa. Speaking of Santa, do we remember when we found out that he wasn't real?
Yeah, got a great story.
Was it just now?
What?
Yeah, what are you on about?
Two men doing a contrived joke at the same time. Good, carry on, guys.
I genuinely don't know what you're on about.
So
Michael, tell me when you found out that Santa Claus wasn't real.
Great. I love telling this story actually because I sort of envisioned that other children might be upset about it. I was sort of basically it was around 92, something like that, I think. So I was around 5 to 6. It was somewhere like that. I had asked for the Captain Scarlet Cloud base for Christmas, and it was Christmas Eve. It was Christmas Eve, babe. And in the first house that I lived, we used to have stairs that had holes in, so they were like the slats. They were like planks of wood, so you could poke your head through them, or just peer through the stairs. So I slowly crept out of bed for whatever reason, and like sort of looked at what was going on, and I saw my parents wrapping the product, the Captain Scarlet Cloud base. I saw them wrapping it in the living room. I was like, oh, amazing. Went back to bed, and then when I got up in the morning, opened it, and on the packet it said it was from Santa. but I knew that they'd wrapped it, so I knew that it was a lie. So, but I was so happy because I had the Captain Scarlet Cloud base, so I didn't care.
I like that you found out the fundamental beliefs that you'd had all your life were false, but ultimately you just cared that you had the base.
Yeah, I just wanted the toy.
Yeah,
it's like the crackers again. Just want the toy.
Needn't ask Stuart and Gossy because they apparently didn't know until I dropped that bombshell on them. So.
It's not even that. I think it's that you guys don't know that he's actually real, which is sad for you.
Yeah.
What a weird question to ask on the podcast.
Yeah, correct. That's what.
Like, it's genuinely like saying, "Oh, at what point in your life did you realise God was actually real?" What? What? You're literally asking the complete opposite of a reality. And
correct.
That's shame on you. But yeah. So.
Oh, fair enough.
Committed now, Anita.
Yeah, the bit. We'll just leave the bit where it is. Michael, social media part 2.
Social media part 2. Luke Carrigan 99 on Instagram. Opinions on jammy Joey cakes. Yeah, they're alright.
I don't even know what that is. That's 3 words. Jammy
we actually saw... Nate, do you recall when we were at the Good Food show, there was a massive stall that had piles and piles and piles of sort of coconut dough ball type things in packets?
Not even in the slightest.
No. Well, that was them.
So they're. I mean, looking. Oh, okay. I've seen some variants in supermarkets. They kind of what are they like, sort of cupcakey balls of dough with strawberry jam.
Yeah, sort of. I never actually tried one, to be honest.
No.
So when I was like, yeah, they're all right.
Oh, I do remember them. Oh, I definitely remember them now.
Because they were selling them, weren't they? There was loads of them. They were selling.
Yeah. They look nice. Never had one, so I can't really comment.
Same. Joseph22497. Opinions on the 3-bird roast overkill, and what are your opinions on having multiple meats as well as the turkey, such as goose? I think it's unnecessary.
You know, loves a 3-bird roast.
Dwight
York.
Correct. I've no interest in a 3-bird roast, but multiple meats, correct. Turkey and some form of pig.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. I've never had. I would like to try the 3-bird roast, but I've never had it.
Well,
I don't care for the 3-bird roast, but yeah, like turkey and gammon or
roast pork.
Correct.
Gammon.
Yeah.
Gammon, lovely.
Gammon for the win.
Oh. You are what you eat, Nate.
Now, next one is from Maddie Madworld. This is also on Instagram. It's either a young woman who claims to like MJ and seems to have some sort of soft spot for him, or of course we're all being catfished and it's some sort of larger gentleman, probably. But we'll go give her the benefit of the doubt for now. She said, "Does MJ have a brother?" I don't, so that I'm one of a kind. And then the Food Tailor UK also on Instagram says, "Favourite ever meals, and if anyone likes goat cheese, husband hates it and says it's a bloke's thing to hate." Yeah, I don't like it. What you'll do for day jobs, and favourite Christmas tipple. Do you get a selection box each year? Queen's speech or not on the big day? And finally, if you prefer cats, dogs, neither or both.
Do you think we could have maybe done these questions separately?
I mean...
Right, quick fire, Michael. Just run them out quick fire.
Right, quick fire. Goat's cheese, like it or not?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
What do you all do for day jobs?
Tax advisor.
Music teacher.
Property accountant.
Website editor. Favourite Christmas tipple?
Beer.
Disaronno.
Coke.
J2O Glitterberry. Do you get a selection box each year?
No.
Yes.
No.
Used to, not this year.
It wouldn't be uncommon for me to get one. Yeah, so probably I'd say yes.
In that case, I'll just add the clarification that I'm usually veering for a Galaxy. Queen's speech, absolutely not. I'm unregal. I do not necessarily support certain aspects of the royal family, and they find the Queen very boring. I don't really give a shit what she has to say.
Simple no would have sufficed, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, quick fire. No, never. Have never watched.
No, mate.
Have never watched. Probably will never watch.
Yeah, correct.
Cats, dogs, neither or both? Cats.
Both.
Dogging.
Dogs, really.
I don't believe in having to choose between one lovely species of the animal kingdom and another lovely species of the animal kingdom. So for me, it's a wholehearted both.
Next question.
That's it.
Oh,
Correct.
I mean, you chose both over all of the other animals in the world, so.
The question was between dogs and cats, Nathan.
Yeah, but it was implied, so.
But I think it was implied that it was which one's your favourite, really. But I
don't have a favourite. I love them.
You're willing to put your neck on the line when it's cats versus dogs, but you're not willing to, compare them to the rest of the animal kingdom.
Throw a horse into the mix, or
what a fucking animal! A fucking animal.
Where on earth are you going?
You're a disgrace. Eats turkey at Christmas, but loves dogs.
I would not eat dog.
Pick a lane, mate. Quivia, part 3.
Correct.
Behaviour.
Appalling.
Yeah. The proverbial joke present of Christmas is the sock, but what percentage of us apparently likes receiving them? Gossie.
14.
14%. And I think it was MJ next. Yeah, MJ.
33.
33. And Stuart.
37.
37.
In a row.
Oh, you just had to. What percentage of us savages... Sorry, what percentage of us are savages that can't wait and open their presents before the big day? MJ.
19%.
19%, wow. Stuart?
7%.
7.
Yeah, 7.
And Gossie?
6.
6%. And final question of the entire Quivia tonight. Finally, let's turn our minds towards New Year's Eve. What percentage of us will be staying at home for the countdown? Good when I didn't put down the answer, but I will be able to find it because I have the survey. So, who was first?
Me.
Stuart.
Percentage of people that will be staying at home?
Yeah.
73.
73. Gossie?
57.
57.
Is
and MJ.
it just staying at home or is it watching that?
Will be at home.
Okay. 62.
62%. And MJ?
72%.
And 72%. Right, lovely. That's the final question of Quivia, so I can give you some answers and some points. Right,
Correct.
going back to round 1. The percentage of us that will be having a curry on Christmas Day is 6%.
Ooh.
Young Michael Jameson got it almost perfect when he said 6.3%. So well done. First blood to Michael Jameson. Question 2. Most Brits agreed that pigs in blankets were their favourite trimming. The percentage of us that agreed that was 64%. The closest was Stuart with 52. We then have cranberry is the most popular condiment for our big roast, other than gravy. 49% agree with that. Again, Stuart closest, 43. He's nosed into the lead, 2-1. Gossie yet to get on the board.
Good.
Round 2, Prosecco. 2017, Tesco sold 3.8 million bottles of Prosecco. How many bathtubs would that fill? 35%. Stuart with his sneaky bastard.
35%?
Sorry. 35,000. I do apologise. 35,000.
35%.
Which
the quiz master becomes the quiz jester, it would seem.
Correct. 35,000. Stuart with his bastard tactics wins with 3,001 or 15,001 or 32,001, whatever it was that Gossy decided on. So that's 3 to Stuart, 1 to MJ, 0 to Gossy so far.
Good.
79% of us will be buying mince pies this year. So
Fucking hell.
MJ with 69% is the lead on that one. So that's 3-2 to him, with Gossy still on 0. 58% of us will have cheddar on our cheese board.
Oh, Gossy.
Gossy with 74% gets his first point on the board. So it's
Yay.
3, 2, and 1. Part 3, the Christmas sock is enjoyed by 39% of us. So Stuart nudges ahead.
Fucking hell.
Human. No, I said 33.
Yeah, that's a 37.
MJ, you gonna
No
you gonna
count.
bottle that or? Okay, fine. So that's 4-2-1 at the moment. The score. Percentage of us savages that can't wait until Christmas Day to open our presents. 7%.
Correct.
Bang on the money. Stuart, 7%. So we have a 5-2-1.
What?
Yep.
Making
Gossy,
it unwinnable for
What did I say?
6%.
And it was 7.
Yep, which is what Stuart said.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
you're
yeah.
one off and you didn't get it right.
Fair.
And finally, the very final, not that it really matters, but the final question was how many of us will be at home on Christmas, on New Year's Eve? The answer was 70%,
Boom.
which means a point to MJ, which brings the scores to 5 for Stuart, 3 for MJ, 1 for Gossy.
All odd numbers.
Yeah.
In fact, that is every odd single-digit number.
Every single one of them. All of them.
Every odd single-digit number.
Apart from 7 and 9,
Apart from
obviously.
7 and 9.
Yeah.
Single-digit.
Yeah.
Less than... yeah. Well, single-digit, that means less than 5.
No, it
5,
doesn't.
including 5.
So 5 is less than 5.
Oh, sorry. I think at the age of 31, I'd know what a single-digit number is.
Good stuff. Well done, Stuart. I mean, if there was ever any doubt as to who the brain of Quivia was, I think 2018 has definitely put that to the sword.
Yeah,
The king of Quivia. I literally was crowned the king of Quivia.
Who did you beat, mate? Who did you beat?
Beat fucking everyone.
Did you? No, you didn't,
Yeah.
mate. No, you didn't.
I would
Beat some-
like to
beat some
announce
third
in
division mugs.
2019 I'm going to be campaigning hard to beat Stuart. And do better at quizzes than him.
You just need to beat me. I've got the title. I'm the champion. I'm the king. The lord.
It's like boxing, mate. It's like different, federations, different belts.
Yeah, I am the Quivia champion.
Stuart will understand this reference. You're the Brock Lesnar of Quivia title reigns.
How embarrassing. You think I don't know who fucking Brock Lesnar is?
Yeah, and
you stupid
me.
fucking idiot.
But
You
Stuart,
absolute fucking bell.
Stuart will probably understand what the reference is to Brock Lesnar in particular, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the title. He was like a champion for like 2 minutes, mate. Get a grip.
No, that's not the reference.
Come on, mate.
That's not the reference, but yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's like champion and stuff.
No, Lesnar turns up once in a while, shows up, retains the title, but he's not a fighting champion. I'm there every week. I'm the big dog, mate. This is my yard.
Mate, you're fucking Dolph Ziggler.
Stuart's the AJ Styles.
Yeah.
No,
You're
he's
the Brock Lesnar.
He's Dolph Ziggler, and I'm The Rock.
Brilliant.
I'm Rey Mysterio Jr.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Fine, right. We're in the end game, boys.
Fucking Wade Barrett or whatever that loser's
Wow.
called.
The Wade Barrett references.
I
Yeah.
know all the losers, all the new school losers.
New school, yeah. Stopped wrestling about 5 years ago. Dead new school, that, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Wade Barrett?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad News Barrett. You probably didn't even know that bit.
So even the shitty new school ones are starting to retire.
I mean, new school suggests new, as in they're constantly being updated. I mean,
Nah, basically, like, obviously, wrestling was unbelievable, and then it got really, really fucking bad.
You know that Ultimate Warrior is the champion again, don't you?
I fucking wish he was. Nah, to be fair, that's actually even before my time, really.
It's Greg the Hammer Valentine's actually the current WWE champion.
Correct reference. Right.
Merry Christmas, Frockers. It's Kelly from Maverick Baking here. Here's a little joke for you. Who is the least hungry person at the Christmas dinner table? It's the turkey. He's always stuffed.
Right, come on, guys. Let's close this show out because I think we've lost a lot of control.
Favourite wrestler of all time?
No, not favourite wrestler. No, incorrect.
Shoot.
Incorrect.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Doink the clown. Right. Speaking of New Year's, what are you guys doing for New Year's, and have you got any resolutions planned?
I will be spending my first New Year's Eve in about 5 years at home with my family.
Because normally you perform, is that right?
Correct, yeah. I usually gig on New Year's Eve, and I've requested a year off. So I'll be spending it at home with my family. And same New Year's resolution as always, try and not be fat.
Yeah.
I don't know why the wording of that tickles me more. I'll try not to be fat. Like it's just currently you're just choosing to. Gossy.
Wait. Question. Not doing presents with the missus to save money, also refusing to earn money on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And the only reason why I clock that, and I would normally be like, oh well, to be honest, family time is like much more important, blah blah blah. But I just find New Year's Eve literally the most overrated day of the year.
Preach.
Yeah, I would love to be like able to like earn money and at the same time doing what you do, like spreading a bit of joy as well, because people would obviously appreciate what you're doing. Like, I imagine that's really it's a fucking, if I could do something cool to earn like some decent cash on New Year's Eve, I would. I think I waited once on New Year's Eve for like a function, just because I fucking hate it that much. Since then, I have had the boys round for movie marathons. I have had movie marathons on my own. And I have also spent the evening cooking for Hannah and doing lifts for my family. Yeah.
Lifts, did you say?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, like, my parents go out for a meal normally. I drop them off at the pub. My brother's gone to a house party. I dropped him off afterwards. And I've also, bless her, like, the year my granddad died, I took my nan to her local, like, she's, like, part of, like, a conservative club, where she's got, like, a lot of friends there. And I dropped her off there for a party, New Year's Eve party, and picked her up afterwards.
Wow.
Yeah, like, I'd much rather be doing stuff like that than queuing up 45 minutes for an over-expensive drink to a shitty club that normally you'd get in for free, but somehow they're now charging £30 for a ticket for the night.
Wants to earn money on New Year's Eve, happy to drive around.
Oh,
Uber.
no,
Uber.
I said earning money would be a great thing to do on New Year's Eve, but I'm equally happy doing things for other people for free.
Yeah, correct. Uber. Get yourself registered on Uber. Michael, what are you doing?
It's more, I don't really give a crap about New Year's Eve, other than I definitely like to spend it in. Don't like going out for it. For me, it's more about New Year's Day, because Claire and I, for the last few years, has had the tradition of going off to the Lego store, sort of first thing, driving up to Milton Keynes. Sorry? Does she buy you another present on that day as well? No, I usually get a lot of Lego vouchers, so I spend my vouchers. We drive up there. It's the day that all the new sets come out, so there's usually a little queue just outside the Lego store before they open, which gives it a nice little atmosphere. We go in there, spend 10 minutes in there, get all the sets, and then we come home.
10 minutes?
Yeah, something like 10 to 15 minutes.
Really?
Seriously.
Yeah, may I ask where the store is?
Milton Keynes.
Oh, is it? Nice.
So yeah, 35-minute drive there, 35-minute drive back.
In the hub?
It's not in the hub. It's near the hub.
Go to the hub for some food though this time round.
Yeah.
Do.
Fair enough.
Will do, if anything.
Yeah. Same as Gossy, that I detest New Year's Eve. I just find it just feels like forced fun to me. It just feels like, oh, you got to stay up till midnight to see another day pass. I just, fucking New Year's, just do one. I do not care about it. Genuinely, we have no plans, and by which I don't think we've even discussed anything on New Year's. Like, it's not like we said, oh, should we stay in or anything like that. It's such a non-event for us that it literally is another day. I imagine we'll stay up just to be able to, just to say that we were there at midnight, but quite honestly, I couldn't give a toss about the day. But I thought it best to bring it up because part of Christmas is looking forward to New Year's, I guess.
Part and parcel. It's the end of the year, really, isn't it?
It is. It is the end of the year.
The end of the year.
I this year though have New Year's Eve plans.
Go on.
I am going to a wedding.
Wow.
Yeah, New Year's Eve wedding, which I'm actually very happy about because, well, the plans are made for you. They're very easy. Obviously, weddings aren't overhyped. They're great fun.
May I ask who's getting married?
You two? You and Hannah?
No, a friend in the football team I play for. So all the boys from the team are going to be there with their partners and stuff.
Name?
Actually, I'm actually very excited for it. So, yeah, should be
Name?
good. Liam.
Oh, lovely. Liam Donnelly.
No, Liam Cayley.
Oh, I don't know that person.
Liam Ridgewell.
This is Timmy. Say hi, Timmy. Hi. Timmy doesn't know what podcast to listen to because people don't leave a review. Isn't that right? That's right. And isn't it also true you're not an orphan? Absolutely. There you have it. Conclusive evidence that orphans, and definitely not me using a higher pitched voice, have a harder life because you don't leave a podcast review. Review us today. Save an orphan.
Liam
I'm seeing
Rossini.
James Spencer on Thursday.
You're seeing Jamie Spencer this Thursday?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
We're going to the Broadleys for a few drinks.
Are you actually?
Yeah, serious.
But you never come out when I ask you if you want to come and meet me and Jamie Spencer for drinks, when me and Jamie Spencer are out drinking.
I know, it's bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's him and another mate of mine that used to work at H-Boss. We're having a little reunion.
Oh, really cool. Are you going to get drunk?
Absolutely not.
No.
I have my quota for the year now.
What few drinks do you think you will have then?
I'll have one drink and it'll probably be a tap water. Maybe a J2O.
Oh. Yeah.
Fair enough. Speaking of the year and the end of the year, it would be remiss of us not to, have a brief reflection on 2018 for FRUK Unwrapped, our first full calendar year of the podcast.
Yeah.
Any highlights or standout guests, gentlemen? I'll go to Gossy first.
So, standout moments of the FRUK podcast year?
Yeah.
Me winning Quivia.
Right.
Me being crowned the king of Quivia.
A Quivia.
No, I think you'll find it was the Quivia special edition, you idiot, you moron. It wasn't a Quivia, it was the Quivia.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, that was probably a highlight. Callum Johnson was on one. That was a highlight.
I won't say.
No,
so good, really. Huh?
Go ahead.
No, we had obviously Maverick Baking on. Kelly is lovely.
It's worth clarifying if any of these people are listening. We're not laughing at them. We're laughing at the pathetic human being that is David Goss.
What? How very dare you? There was one where Nathan's American friend came on.
Which American friend?
Just the one.
Which American friend?
No, it's a Friends reference. Come on, the one with the American friend.
Okay, right. Which one? Which friend?
Friends is American, which is where that joke works.
Right. Yeah. Which friend? Which American friend?
Alex.
All right. So why don't you like Eric and Logan?
We're gonna hit.
Oh, Eric and Logan were on it. Because I don't remember them being on one.
Must have missed those ones.
They
I
weren't
think
on one.
I think I must have missed them ones. I must go back and listen.
Right, enough.
There was, oh, the one with Rich on. That was a good one.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
No, to be honest, they've all been good.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Right. Enough torture. Stuart, Michael, talk to me. What? Any highlights for you?
Yeah, all the guests fantastic. I've enjoyed the appetizers that we do without Michael. They're funny.
Oh, obviously.
I enjoyed that bit where we did impressions of Michael last week. I think that last episode, Buffet, was one of the funniest episodes we've ever done.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that an
100%.
awful lot. All the guests, all the games, all the fun, all the food, all the banter, and also, of course, Michael drinking beer.
Michael drinking beer is something I didn't think that we would see at the start of 2018, but fair play, he's grown. I think we've done well on our guests. I mean, to think that this year we've had, and I sort of referenced this. Oh, no, I didn't reference this. This is in the New Year's show that's about to come. But we've had a guy on here who's part of a team that's got 1 million subs on YouTube. We've had people who have got their own podcast empires. We've had a professional footballer on this podcast. I mean, these are all crazy things that at the start of 2018 I just didn't necessarily anticipate. Phenomenal. Just some of the new characters that we brought to the podcast has been fantastic.
Great.
And agreed. Last episode was genuinely a treat to record and also to listen to. I suspect you and I, Stuart, probably enjoyed it slightly more than Michael.
Yeah.
But regardless, have had plenty of feedback about how funny that last episode was. Michael?
That was a good one.
He's busy on his phone. He's busy on his phone again, isn't it?
No, I'm just doing things. I sort of want to echo exactly. You literally almost word for word said what I was going to say, because I didn't want to really highlight specific names. But yeah, like you said, we've had professional footballers, million subscribed people, even had some women on, which is good, isn't it?
Three, a repeater and 2 news.
Yeah. Great to go subcontinental as well. So below the continent, intercontinental hotels.
Dean Ambrose reference.
Hopefully, touch wood, if discussions are going well, we will have a third continent on the board in 2019.
There's been a lot of theme tunes and a lot of music done, which I really appreciate, and just the growing friendship and bonds that we all have. So. Why is Stuart making a face?
Don't know. Is he thinking about the third continent? That was where he sort of turned.
You're still thinking about the bad news, aren't you? He's broken out of it. Yeah, it's been an amazing year, and I think to go from a relative unknown to most people's favourite podcast, I think is very impressive.
Definitely Gossie's favourite podcast.
Correct.
No, tremendous year, and really, really looking forward to what we can bring in 2019. And when I say what we can bring, the end probably, because we'll eventually run out of food topics to talk about.
Talk about the same ones again, if anything.
Well, probably will do that, mate. Actually, we probably will bring up pizzas and stuff. So, because there's always, food is always evolving.
Correct.
Yeah. Correct.
You're listening to FRUK Unwrapped, the Food Review UK podcast. This is MJ, and if you donate to us on Patreon, I will stop doing this stupid voice.
Michael, please put down your phone and give me social media part 3.
Yeah, it's out of order, MJ. It's out of order, mate.
Eric Bylenok on Facebook. Is David Goss famous over there because he seems to live the life of a famous person? Follow up, why isn't MJ more famous yet? Is Nate holding him back? People want to know. Also, Peppermint sucks. Please discuss. Sort of mental that I'm not more famous, and Gossy basically refuses to do anything sort of to push his own fame, which I'm frustrated with.
Do you not think that that's maybe because I'm already way too famous?
Too famous?
Too
You
famous
need your
for
own
anything?
YouTube channel, mate. You need to put videos on your own YouTube channel.
No, thank you. That's very kind.
Eric can go fuck himself.
Correct.
Oh, I was just going to add that, yeah, peppermint is severely overrated. It's a ridiculous. I mean, you put it up against spearmint. Can't even talk to spearmint. Spearmint's in a league of its own compared to that peppermint shit. Next.
Oh, spearmint's fantastic, yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Zach Fivenson on Facebook. What is breakfast on Christmas? For me, nuts and chocolate, really.
In it.
Fruitcake, yay or nay? Nay, because I'm not 40.
Are we not answering these questions then? Are you just gonna?
You can if you want. Best Xmas gift you've ever received. All of them.
An Amiga 1200 in about 1992.
Wow.
My favourite Christmas present I ever received actually arrived 2 days early.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, wow.
sickening.
Yeah,
Daughter reference.
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah, I got a new Man United kit.
Hey! Did you get Mourinho put on the back, did you?
Yeah, correct. No, yeah, it was the arrival of my beautiful daughter, Adelaide.
Wow.
Correct.
Very sweet.
In it. Breakfast on Christmas Day. Don't really have a traditional one, I don't think. So just whatever's knocking around. Stollen, maybe. I think probably I quite enjoy a bit of Stollen first thing in the morning. Quite nice, easy, quick little meal that's too bad for your teeth.
So funny. Didn't know what Stollen was till the other day when my manager at work was like, "Oh, do you like Stollen?" I was like, "What on earth are you talking about?" And I had to Google Stollen. And when I googled it, I knew immediately that I hated it, and it looked absolutely rank.
Correct, Stollen, beautiful. Also love panettone if there's one of them kicking around, but usually they get opened after Christmas Day. Christmas fruitcake, yay or nay? Nay, fuck it.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Hate Christmas cake. And best Christmas received, I've said that. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shelby May on Facebook. Discuss how cranberry sauce absolutely ruins everything.
Meh.
Sort of correct, to be fair.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's a bit strong.
Yeah.
As I posted on the our Instagram account, we had a Christmas burger last week, and that had cranberry sauce on it, and actually that was quite nice because the sweetness elevated the salty and savouriness of the rest of the burger.
I must admit, I am enjoying the sweetness of cranberry complementing things a little bit more now. I am weirdly partial to the brie and cranberry sandwich in the Tesco meal deal. It just cheese and cranberry. Didn't realise it'd work so well in between two slices of bread.
Yeah, love it. Yeah, enjoy that.
Fairs. Simmy Simco on Facebook says Greg's festive bakes thoughts. I think they are rubbish and taste too much of sage and F all else. Everyone only likes them because they're seasonal. Turkey leftovers, what do you do with them? Why is bread sauce the best part of Xmas dinner? I like festive bakes.
Never had one.
I haven't had one. Hannah had the festive sausage roll, I think, the other day, and really, really enjoyed it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's all I've got to comment there. I would never go for anything else like that from Greg's whilst there's sausage, bean and cheese melt on the menu.
Oh, lad.
Isn't it?
Yeah, great product.
Isn't it?
Enjoy Greg's. Go on.
Turkey leftovers?
Tend to just have them in sandwiches. or part of a cold meats buffet type dealio.
Correct.
Yeah.
And finally, Carl Mooney on Facebook says, greetings from Dublin. Over here it's all about the ham. Turkey is second. This year I'll be boiling the ham in cola.
then finish it off with a glaze in the oven. Thoughts on this? I think that sounds really nice.
Yeah, sounds lovely.
Well, my favourite ever roast dinner was a Dr. Pepper glazed gammon, roast gammon.
Cooked by who?
Wow, that sounds good.
Cooked by a phenomenal chef / caterer, because it is that level of professional. Her name is Laura, aka Mrs. Peterson.
Correct.
And her roast dinner absolutely blew me away. And that is, fair play to the young man from Dublin for that, because that dinner sounds very nice if it's anywhere near as good as what I've had like that.
Correct. Yeah, I echo that. I do like turkey. I have literally no problems with turkey whatsoever. But it is one of my least favourite of the roast meat choices. So, if they're doing gammon as their first choice, then more power to them. Jesus Christ, I wish we fucking did that. But well played. What was his name? Carl. Well done, Carl. In Dublin. Anything to add, you two?
Unsung hero of the Christmas dinner.
Unsung?
Yeah, I'm going to say parsnips.
Oh, 100%,
Yeah, roast part when they're roasted nicely. Got some good crispy bits and
yeah.
Fucking love roast.
The big thick bit. Oh, quite thin.
On a big woody bit, do you?
I don't think they get enough attention and praise, to be honest.
Correct.
Yeah.
Love a parsnip in any roast, let alone the Christmas one.
Correct.
So that, I think, is pretty much everything that we could think of this year for Christmas. Thank you, everyone, to submit your questions, your comments, your everything. Hope you've enjoyed the show so far. We're not quite done yet, but if you've got any other thoughts on Christmas, let us know on social media or email us on frukcast@gmail.com. Thought I'd do the whole email rather than have the bit with Gossy sneezing. Gossy?
Yeah.
Would you like to do a bit of Heaven or Hell?
Thought you'd never ask.
Heaven and hell, where the food you love goes straight to heaven. Well, it doesn't yard convincing, and all the people who are attending that your food should be ascending, and all goes well. And the inverse of all this applies to hell.
So for regular listeners, those returning guests, such as Gossy, get their chance to enter a food and or drink or something food related into heaven and another one into hell. Gossy, hit me up. What do you want to do first? Heaven or hell?
Let's go with heaven first.
Okay, talk to me. What do you want to put in heaven?
Fried chicken.
Oh, interesting. What is it about fried chicken that you would want to put in heaven?
What? Other than everything about it?
Yeah.
Versatile. In the sense that, it can be put in burgers or can be in the form of wings. I love wings. Drumsticks. Unbelievable. They can be used in main courses as well as also in appetizers and starters. You also get different fried chickens as well. So there's a place I absolutely adore at the moment, which I'm absolutely committed to taking at least you two Southerners there. I know it might be a bit more difficult to take Stuart there, but a place called Wing Wing, which is like a Korean fried chicken place.
Wow, weird.
So it's not like breadcrumbs. It's almost like the skin is like crispy and flavoured, and it's soy, garlic, licorice or hot. And licorice doesn't taste of licorice, by the way. It's just very sweet, and
Sounds amazing.
Oh my god, I can't begin to explain how good it is. So yeah, there's even different types. I love, obviously, your sort of KFC fried chicken as well. You can put fried chicken in some amazing burgers as well. One of my favourite burgers I've ever had is a fried chicken burger from Stack's. And of course, you get your drumsticks. Yeah, drumsticks, wings, burgers. For me, fried chicken. Also, fried chicken. Chicken nuggets come under that as well. Goujons come under that. There is a lot of fried chicken out there which is absolutely beautiful. Boneless fried chicken, or chicken on the bone, fried chicken fillets to put in burgers. It's just, unbelievable.
You've basically just turned into Bubba there, where you're just randomly referencing every type of fried chicken.
So good though.
You're not going to get much argument from me. MJ Stewart, heaven is fried chicken heaven worthy?
Imagine if you'd ever worked in a KFC, and then someone asked you to allow fried chicken into heaven.
Oh wow! Fuck.
Imagine that situation. Also, imagine a situation where the person who has the future of fried chicken in heaven is uncomfortable because his wife got in about an hour ago and put the heating on, and I'm now sat in a tiny room and I'm far too hot and as such quite grumpy. I've also run out of beer, and let's not forget worked in a KFC.
Wow.
Oh dear, this ain't going in, is it? I would have loved to have seen it going, but yeah, it sounds like it's not.
Wow.
It only needs one veto.
Yeah. What are you going to do, Stuart? I mean, you're dancing around the actual answer.
I am.
So I'll go to MJ first. Should we pause your actual response and get MJ's view?
Go to MJ.
Yeah, I'm going to allow that in.
You're going to allow the fried chicken in. I'm definitely going to allow fried chicken in.
Yeah. Well,
Stuart,
I'm not going to veto it.
Wow.
Wow.
That is fucked.
I mean, okay, fine.
Wow, fair enough.
Okay. You can just listen back to the podcast and hear what I said.
No, I think he said, I'm not going to veto it. Fine.
I don't think he did. I think he said, I'm going to veto it.
I said, I'm not going to veto it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I heard that as well, and I just didn't. I was like, I don't know whether there's a but or. Yeah, but I heard that.
No, it's good in it, fried chicken. It's good in it. Yeah.
It is, yeah. And obviously, although you hate KFC, you must love some other sort of pure fried chicken, I guess. Like.
I do.
You?
Hang on, sorry, I haven't finished.
Go on.
I'm not going to veto it on the proviso that you renounce Love Actually.
Oh. Shit film, innit?
Correct. Fried chicken's in.
Oh, there it goes. Straight away.
Love Actually, more like Hate Actually, because I actually hate it. So.
For the purposes of this show.
More like crap, actually.
You fucking knob.
Well, that's your heaven. Well,
knock.
Who's there?
Love Actually.
Love Actually 2. Love Actually 2. Gossy, what about hell? What you got for me?
I had a brief think about this, and there were a few items that I was like, yeah, that can go. But for me, there is one clear food hell item, which I'd be so surprised if any of you vetoed it.
I think I know where you're going, but go on.
Really?
Maybe not. Go on.
My food hell item are boiled / new potatoes. And I am sending them to hell because they are the worst form of potato in the galaxy. And if there's ever a use that you think, no, I could use them with them, I would, I'm sure, be able to argue that mashed potato,
Roast.
or roast potato is an alternative. I just don't think there is any
raw.
Yeah, I just new / boiled potatoes. I just don't think there's not a place for.
Yeah, they're absolutely dead.
They're grim. They're just so grim, and they're so boring. And all the other things you can do with potatoes, chips, for example, crisps. They are the worst use of a potato, and they are grim. And they are the only. I think I could say they're the only grim potato use.
Interesting.
Who's going to veto it, Nate? Me or you?
I mean, I'm happy to do both if you want. I mean, I'm definitely vetoing it, but are you going to veto it?
If it was boiled potatoes, I would be absolutely bang on him. A boiled, waterlogged mini potato, but new potatoes can be good.
I personally like boiled potatoes. I think they're a blank canvas waiting for the right condiment and meal to have. And just like you said there, point to me new potatoes that you can't do mashed potatoes with. Well, you can use that reverse. If they're that fucking interchangeable and you like mashed potato, then you should like boiled potatoes. So
what?
What
are you saying? MJ, you're laughing because that makes no sense at all, doesn't it?
No, you
pretty much, yeah.
That is what you've just said is literally completely nonsensical. It makes no sense.
No, you basically said that whatever you suggest that you can do with boiled potatoes, you may as well do with mash.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is,
quite said like that.
But
pretty much.
You're saying, anything you can do with mash, you can do with new potatoes or boiled potatoes.
Boiled
That's
potatoes,
not the point I'm making. I don't want to eat boiled potatoes. That's the whole point. They're shit. Of course they're interchangeable. But what I'm saying is, you should never choose the grim option when there are mashed potatoes or roast potatoes. Of course, you can swap out the good ones for the shit ones.
There's a difference between, this is the problem. I'll let my esteemed colleagues have their points first before I give you the official reason that I'm going to veto it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they're awful. They should certainly go in, and I'll be glad when they do in a minute.
Yeah, isn't it? I'm frothing that you wouldn't allow it. Fucking hell, wasn't it Stuart that said something like food contamination?
Also,
I would rather pick up a crisp and dip it in ketchup and then dip it in mayo and then dip it in hot salsa and then dip it in burger sauce, and I would do that all day long before I have a bloody boiled new potato.
No, hang on.
What if someone else had done that and then you went to the buffet afterwards?
I'd honestly, I'd let them put their finger and dip it in sauce before I have a new fucking potato.
Dirty little.
Technical point. Nate said, it's a blank canvas that you can put any old condiments with, like tomato ketchup or mayo or whatever. Mate, we're asking to put boiled potatoes into hell, not ketchup and mayo.
Correct.
Well, I'm not asking.
Leave your condiments at the door is what we're saying.
Can put ketchup on mashed potato as well.
You
can hide the taste of boiled potatoes with better things.
Yeah, isn't it?
White needs to go into hell, mate.
No,
mate,
I don't.
Would you ever have a boiled potato on its own? No salt, no pepper, no butter.
I probably would, yes.
Pete, you're pervert.
Would you ever have fried chicken on its own without being first dipped in red hot oil for a few minutes?
What? That's how you eat it.
That's how you eat boiled potatoes, mate. Grow up.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you can't. You literally cannot. We had this conversation on one of these podcasts before about you like, I don't like condiments because they're hiding the flavour. However, I like to season my food with salt and pepper and bullshit like that. It's the same thing, mate.
The item I'm putting in there is the seasoned, prepared version of it. I'm not asking you to just put in fucking raw fucking chicken drumsticks. You absolute cretins! I'm furious!
Veto.
That's like, you've put in egg sandwiches, right? in the past. That's like going, oh no, that can't be put into food hell because you can take the eggs out and instead you can prepare it with sausage and bacon and you can have a bacon sausage sarnie. No, it's egg sandwiches that got put in it. Not bloody new potatoes with ketchup or boiled potatoes. Yeah. I just said the plain new / boiled potatoes.
I've just got one question for you. Was it Michael? Call it Michael that Al Pacino played in The Godfather.
Possibly, yeah.
Who did Marlon Brando play in The Godfather?
The Godfather?
I don't know what's happening anymore.
Let me just Google it. Marlon Brando, Godfather. Oh, Vito.
Wow.
Yeah, I see what he's done.
Vinegar, food hell. Don't use it then. Oh, Vito.
Yeah, Michael,
Don't
dickhead.
have to have it. Pathetic. Fuming. My suggestion isn't being judged fairly based on what it is and what I've suggested. So basically, I want all listeners to revolt.
Tell us a bit more about the technology at the darts place.
I'd rather do that than listen to you absolute chumps veto one of the grimmest food products in the galaxy, all because you're old.
Yeah, that is it, I think.
Such an age thing, MJ, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it? That's
old little biddies. Oh, God forbid I try and put a meat and 2 veg dinner into food hell.
That can go straight in meat and 2 veg dinner. Boring. Especially if the veg is boiled potatoes.
Realistically, only the best gets into heaven and only the worst gets into hell. If people are unwilling to allow it in, then they clearly aren't the best or worst regardless. Also, know your fucking audience. Don't come on a show about and ask for something to go into food heaven and hell with an older generation that appreciates certain foods.
I'm absolutely frothing. Absolutely frothing. Egg sandwiches, food hell. Did have a bacon and poached egg roll today from E. Would definitely be going to food heaven if anything. Oh, but no.
Egg sandwiches didn't go into food hell.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't. It got vetoed.
Oh, fuck.
Also,
Nathan sent me the list of successful and unsuccessful.
Yeah. And also,
so what's in there so far?
Aniseed, food contamination, and what did Alex put in?
Let me have a look.
Told you he was on it.
Correct.
In hell is aniseed, food contamination, and Brussels sprouts.
Correct.
So fair.
All I would say in argument, right, and this is a serious argument, boiled potatoes, at their worst, are bland. To me, bland is not
inedible.
It's not inedible.
Isn't it? It's so true. Oh, I'm so glad MJ knows.
They're inedible.
At its worst, it is bland. Bland is not
I can't eat them.
I actively put in the bin if I'm serving them. Like they're genuinely terrible because they're really they're not simply either. You actually have to cut them up a lot of the time and eat them in 2, and oh god, they take a while and they're just
so awful.
I haven't
had them in years.
No, correct. I hate them. Oh, I actively detest them.
Incorrect. Well, they're not going in hell anyway, regardless. So
and I want there to be a listener revolt.
Good.
I want people to respond to this podcast coming out and send their emails, Instagram comments, Twitter tweets, whatever. This needs a reaction.
I think it does.
It's like Brexit.
No, it's not.
Basically, the old morons made a fucking decision, and it was such a bad decision. We're now just waiting for them to die and have the vote again.
All right, well, wait for us to die.
Nah, kidding. But there does need to be a second referendum.
Not going to be. Rules are set out.
No,
one veto.
There needs to be a FRUK people's vote. Because I'm actually now tabling a motion of no confidence in the presenters. Because I don't know what you're on about.
Good. Start your own podcast.
Maybe I will.
Good. Enjoy it.
People.
Well, with a 50% success rate, he's better than most. Obviously, he's frothing.
Absolutely frothing.
Yeah, good stuff. I think, unless I'm being dim, that's pretty much everything we got for our show. Does anyone else, other than Gossy, have anything to add?
That can't be everything. It seems like we've barely recorded for any time tonight.
I genuinely think every time Gossy comes on this show, he breaks his own record of longest ever show.
I don't even think I've actually said that much tonight, though.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't think I have.
All right, fair play then.
Compared to what I normally have done.
Yeah.
Stu Risa May and Nate Cub Reese Mogg.
Brilliant, well done.
Well, I now, oh my god, I now fully understand why you've been called a gammon recently.
Oh!
Because gammon love new potatoes, I think. Oh, fucking hell. MJ, get off your phone.
Not on it, mate.
Honestly, all you're doing is sat on your phone. You're so unattentive.
No, I'm fully attentive. I have nothing to add. Yeah, Nate's gammon.
Boris Jameson and Michael Goss.
Govs, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we haven't played what's MJ been googling this week?
Do I need to inform the police before you tell us, or?
Oh, let's have a look.
We find it better to do it afterwards.
Google. F-telling.
Oh.
F-telling. Don't know what that means.
Oh
yeah, F-telling World of Wonders. He's also been Googling Beaconsfield pubs. Pananka.
No,
that was you.
Yeah, these are mainly me, actually.
That was you.
Panenka. And the Yellow Dog.
Panenka?
Yeah.
Who didn't?
Sterling missed.
Who didn't know what a Panenka was, MJ?
No, me. Well, I just needed to clarify. Sterling missed one tonight.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
good times.
Was it a Panenka then?
Yeah. And the
went straight down the middle.
Yellow Dog Wrestler.
AP, what does that mean?
Right, boring segment. Carry on, Nathan.
It's a boring segment. When you say carry on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this godforsaken 3-hour show.
Thank God for that. This has ruined any Christmas spirit I had.
We're basically at Christmas Day. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you again for submitting your questions.
On the plus side, when we edit out the segment of us talking about your place of work, it will go down to about an hour and a half.
Correct. Also, thank you very much for joining the tradition of ruining my outros of the show, which Stuart and MJ have pleasure in doing.
Yeah, MJ's not going to do it tonight, is he? Because once again, he's on his phone.
Yeah, isn't it?
He's been deeply irritating tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want, guys. Sorry. Oh, should I say more?
No.
Nate, what's the
listen
ending
more.
of this
Pay
show
attention more.
Oh, sorry. Am I not paying attention?
Frothing. Absolutely frothing.
What was the name of the wrestler that I've been Googling?
Yellow Boy.
Yellow do. Beaconsfield pubs.
Yellow Dog.
Wild boy.
If you're the one person that's made it this far into the show, thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for everybody who has supported the show, listened to the show, supported us on Patreon, told us how amazing our podcast is. Anybody who listens to the show in 2018, you're an absolute champ. We love you. Thank you for sticking around, and hopefully you continue to listen to us in 2019. Our next show will be I think it will be dropping on the 10th of January. We can take 3 weeks off, going to enjoy our Christmas, enjoy our New Year. We will be heading back on the 10th of January with a very special guest of Mr. Chode. What will he talk about? We certainly don't know what he'll be talking about because we haven't spoken to him already. That would be weird if we'd already record that. That will be weird if we'd already recorded that episode. So yeah, we'll be back on the 10th of January with the Mr. Chode episode all about Burger King. And hopefully you'll be there to listen to us. Thank you very much, Michael, Stuart, and Gossie.
Thank you, Nathan.
Thanks for having me, boys.
Merry Christmas.
Always
brandy
a pleasure,
butter.
never a chore.
Christmas pudding. Christmas brandy cream. No, have a great one.
Merry Christmas, boys, and Merry Christmas to our listeners. See you in 2019. Love you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Wow. New Year's.
Bye.